What is the simplest way to rank on YouTube? We're going to be talking about that. The answer is, simply said, keyword research. But what does that mean? And once you know your keywords, where do you put them? And what is the most important factor in ranking your videos on YouTube? When did this all come about? Well, we're going to talk about that. I'm joined by my friend, my bro, Scott Raley. How you doing, man?
Hey, thanks, Vic. Happy Saturday. Welcome, everybody. I know you guys are busy, maybe in the car, at home, or whatever, but we're so excited that you guys are here. We've been hanging out with some of the top YouTube influencers. Have you guys ever heard of Mr. Beast? The guy's gotten over 50 million views on pretty much every video he uploads on YouTube. That's just a little side tip. But we've been hanging out with people that are huge influencers on YouTube, and we got all this knowledge in our notebook right here, right next to us. And we want to give you guys the bullet points of the hottest stuff to do to rank and what it is that people are interested in. You know, something very unique. You know, not just like here's a video of me buying my friend a house and giving him the keys. No, that's not unique. What unique is buying 5 houses and giving 5 keys out to 5 different friends. That video has never been done before. And now that's why it's unique, you guys. And so it's not just, for example, for me, targeting. It's the ultimate Facebook targeting. You know, when I'm uploading videos to my YouTube channel, I'm trying to give the most unique headline or the most unique proposition. And so that's just a little tip for you guys. We're going to be talking about YouTube, the thumbnails on YouTube, the different SEO. So if you guys love SEO, you love keyword ranking, YouTube ranking, there's some ninja tips and tricks you guys know that Vic is really good at. And Vic really knows how to dive into the untapped traffic, guys. The traffic that's there. It's like wants to blow the lid. Just imagine if water was boiling and it wants to just blow up because, you know, you haven't turned off the hot water. So, but that's what it is when it comes to traffic, guys. That's the traffic that's available when you know the keywords, what's trending in the background. There's trends going on that you're not aware of. And that's what Vic is really good at doing. He's good at it, and he's got the tools to do it, not just for himself, but to give to you guys to play with and find what's good for your niche and your company and your headlines and what it is that you love to talk about. Because we all love to talk about different things. And I talked about Facebook targeting. That's something that I actually like to talk about because, you know, the better the targeting, the better the conversions. The better the conversions, the better the money. The better the money, the better, you know, the opportunities in your business and your life and success. So that's what we're going to be talking about, guys. So if you like ranking and making money, you're in the right place. Vic, take it over.
Wow. What an introduction, Scott. That was awesome. All right. So a big shout out to my friend Daryl. He's doing a training right now on YouTube. That's his book back there, The YouTube Formula. I got the book a couple weeks ago. I mean, I can't believe how quickly it showed up. I bought this book. I've been going through it. And you know what? I completely rebranded my channel. You would not believe this. I have a monetized channel. When I honed in on my audience and I honed in on my channel, guess what happened, Scott? My traffic went down 72%, but my revenue increased by 18%. Is that crazy or what?
Well, your views should be going up if you're
No, that's the secret. It's not about the views, it's about the quality of the people. The people who are coming to my channel were engaged. They were watching ads. They were watching my sponsors. They were looking at the stuff that I was putting out there. They weren't just clicking skip ad. They were actually watching the ads. They were clicking on the offers. We up-leveled our income on our channel, and by cutting our traffic by a factor of 4. That's now what I'm working on is increasing our traffic to the audience, the new audience that's coming to our channel. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's like an exponential of an exponential.
Incredible, incredible. I think a lot of people here don't know the power of YouTube money, guys. YouTube money is like if you get it monetized, remember that word monetize. That's like where you're just relaxing, you're on the sofa, you're traveling the world, you're with your honey, your babe, and you're making money because it's monetized, guys. It's actually doing the right things that the algorithm is looking for. The algorithm is like, okay, good quality content, good quality visitors, what's building. Obviously it's all about building. And so they're like, okay, well, we like this, let's put this on our front page, let's help this guy out because he's done his job on making it very attractive and good content. Let's help him out. And that's what monetization is. And Vic, you've been learning that in your book. The guy's name is Daryl, right? Daryl something.
Yeah.
And he's grown big YouTube channels, and he's like a mentor to a lot of YouTubers. These YouTubers, they're really good at creating content, but they're not marketing, advertising, analytics, keyword gurus. Some of them are. I'm not taking that away, but if they knew what Vic knew and they paired that with their fun content, they would have a channel that would actually exponential a lot faster in a natural, organic, algorithmic way. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So if you guys know headlines and titles for YouTube, this is for everything you do in marketing and advertising. This is the headline and title on your website. This is the headline and title on your Facebook fan page and your post and your blog post. This is, because this is traffic. You're not just going to get traffic from YouTube. You're going to get it from Twitter, all the channels, right? And SEO is what you have built your audience off of, Vic. You have your own tool called Search Triggers, and Search Triggers actually allows you to take different keywords. Like, for example, the other day I was using drop shipping e-commerce, drop shipping products, how to build a drop shipping business, and a lot of keywords were coming up like Reddit. Okay, that's interesting. Reddit. So if I put dropshipping e-commerce Reddit, that's a whole huge channel of traffic that I'm missing out on because I should be talking about it because that's really popular, guys. And that's what Search Triggers told me in the first 10 seconds. Scott, you need to target Reddit. Scott, you need to target 2021. And it was so much fun because once you guys start to build that mindset of what you're looking for is the unique keywords. For example, we were on a live stream the other day with Mr. Beast. This guy's got the biggest YouTube channel in all of YouTube. I mean, literally, he's going to pass the number one. He's incredible, guys. We're talking the most views I've ever seen. I don't think anybody ever tops. Like, he uploads a video and he's got like at least 20 million views minimum the first day. It's he
has 9 billion views. 9 billion views.
Yeah, over 1 billion views on his channel, guys.
9
billion as a collective. Thanks for pointing that out, because I want you guys to know there's a lot of people that talk hype, right? They're
That's
like,
9,000 millions.
But this is not hype. This is just facts. That's just numbers. And I always tell people, what if you just had 10% of Amazon money when it comes to e-commerce? Yeah. What if you had just 10% of the 9 billion views this guy has on his channel? That is the power of what it is that we're doing here, guys, is that there's a big, large wealth, right? A big pie of wealth. And we're just going to show you how to go over there with your knife and cut your little slice of the pie out, because it's available and it's out there and it's rocking. And these are the kind of calls that you want to be on. You know what I mean? So we're going to be diving into Search Triggers and using the tool live, guys. We're going to be putting in the keywords, putting in the drop shipping keywords. And we're going to be putting in, some of the keywords that Vic has made 2 million views on one channel, guys. Vic has, because of the secrets that you're going to learn on this training. We're going to be sharing our screen, and we're going to be playing like a quarterback style coaching. So it's like he's over my shoulder and then I'm over his shoulder. You're mostly going to see my screen and me showing how I use it, guys. And it's going to blow your mind, because you're going to see how it works. And it's really fun. It's really simple. I know a lot of keyword tools out there, and it's not like this. So if you guys are interested in SEO, you guys like YouTube. Who doesn't like YouTube? It's so much fun, right? Watching videos on YouTube, right? That is the future. So give this video a big like and subscribe, because we love you. We love you. If we didn't tell you, we love you guys, because that's the type of vibes. That's the vibes that we got here, guys. We got that kind of I love you vibe. So if anyone hasn't told you this morning that, we told you first. So Vic, take it away, my friend. I've been talking way too much, bro.
I do want to have this be interactive. So if you're watching this in the chat and you'd like to make a comment, please share your channel in the chat, even if you're coming late, because we do events 3 times a week. But let me tell you, I have been now for the past 3 years, I work with an e-learning group based out of New York City, and I teach their members digital marketing. I teach them Facebook ads. I teach them YouTube ads. I teach them Twitter, email marketing, all kinds of things. And I was doing a YouTube training a couple weeks ago, and I popped the question. I said, okay, you have a YouTube channel? Please put your channel link. And there was crickets. You know, no one put in their link. So I had this thought, okay, what if I just do a channel review of Mr. Beast? Because I was like just reading the book. I was all inspired by this book, YouTube Formula, and I was checking out his channel. And I said, okay, if Mr. Beast was in the audience, I'm just going to do a channel review of him. And this was in front of a live audience, a private mastermind. So a bunch of people said, Vic, that was amazing. I learned so much. Could you like publish the video? I said, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I kind of put that video, I sliced it up, I edited it. I've been streaming it a little bit here. But basically, I discovered that Mr. Beast has competition. His #1 video is about Orbeez. I didn't even know what an Orbee was, but apparently it's a tiny little pellet of some sort of a rubber that when it adds water, it grows 30 times. So he took 100 million Orbeez and dumped them into his friend's backyard. That's what he made his intention of his video. And they said, we're going to run all these Orbeez and put them in the backyard. We're going to spread them out on a tarp and wait for it to rain. And hopefully the whole backyard will fill up. Well, that didn't happen. So what they did is they dumped all the Orbeez into a swimming pool and they swam around inside of these Orbeez.
Bro,
it was a
I
totally
saw the
funny
video. I saw the video where he put all the Orbeez in his girlfriend's car or his friend's car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, here's the thing.
They come out and they open up the door and literally just imagine a tsunami of Orbeez like out in the middle of the street, all over. Like it was crazy. Like this guy doesn't just put Orbeez in his friend's car. He'll fill up a whole pool or a whole house. You know what I mean? And these types of unique ideas have never been done before.
Yeah, exactly. But now there's copycats.
And
right?
now, well,
he created a movement.
He created a movement.
And when you search for, you know, when you actually type in Orbeez, which I'm going to show you in my screen for a minute, okay? Because I want to talk about the 3 simple steps to keyword research.
Nice.
I'm going to tell you, whenever I teach something, I tell you what I'm going to do, and then I do it, and then I tell you what I just did. And then after this little intro about keyword research, we're going to go back into a consultation with me and Scott that happened earlier this week, and we're going to run this for about 45 minutes to an hour. So you're going to have a deep dive training after this. But I want to give you guys the basics and gals, because a lot of our members are women. But this is specifically for Mr. Beast, okay? And I love you, Mr. Beast. I hope that we can, I hope this tip works and that you make like $1 million with this tip. But here's what happened. He made his video and he called it Backyard. It's a couple years old and it's his #1 most popular video on his entire channel. It has like 150 million views. But a lot of people have been copying him. He created a trend, and the trend basically has the word pool. Well, that's because of the YouTube AI, right? They saw that it was more people were interested in the pool video. But his title in his video says Backyard. So my counsel, I said this, Mr. Beast, if you're listening or you ever watch this video, what happens if you just have your guy go in there or you edit your video, you know, the one that's the most popular video, just change the word backyard to pool. That's it. If you do that one small change, I would be curious to see how many more views you get, because in an SEO perspective, you're ranking number 3. And I want you to rank number 1 because you got copycats who are ranking number 1, number 2, and their videos are not as good as yours. They're just a copy. They threw Orbeez into the pool and had the same effect. But yours was the original, and you deserve, to have the increase in views. So I would say just the word backyard is not trending. It's not a phrase that the AI is even looking for. But there's lots of people who are looking for Orbeez in the pool. And, it just makes sense for you to change that title. What do you think, Scott? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, and that's what they're going to see on this training, guys, is that you're going to see how we literally found words. Like I shared with you, the Reddit word for my niche, and you guys are going to put in your niche and what's interesting for your keywords. Yeah. And you will see that what happened is Vic went to the other guy's channel, and he took a look at his channel. He put in some of the things like his most viewed video, the biggest viewed video, guys, on his whole entire channel. And Vic's like, started playing with the keywords, used the tool like you guys are going to see tonight. We used the same tool. And he was able to find some keywords that this guy, Mr. Beast, he could kill it. He could start killing it because he's missing out on just some simple words to rank, right? Like, what if you guys are like, you guys did 90% of the work. You guys have the keywords. You guys have the headlines, but you're missing one little word. And that one little word can then get you into a whole nother category of traffic. And that's what Vic's going to show you guys. And that's what he's talking about. He's ranking all those views, but if he just added the word pool, he would then increase it tenfold because he's using the word backyard. And backyard is cool, but people are talking about pool. You guys see what I mean? It's the pool. It's the pool. It's the pool. It's a huge keyword.
Yeah. Okay, so the 3 simple steps of keyword research, they're in the description below, but I'm just going to read them to you. Step number 1, always work with a private window. Why? Well, if you don't use a private window in YouTube, it's going to be personalized to you based on your relationship with YouTube. And we're all signed into YouTube, so they know, the AI bot already knows what's there. Whenever you're doing research, you want to look at it with a clean slate, as if no other history was there. So you go to YouTube and start typing and see what shows up. Okay. Step number 2, grab those keywords and stick them in Google Trends. And make sure you select the YouTube dropdown from Google Trends, okay? And step number 3, and this is really the most important, is look at how many other people have made videos on the same topic, okay? It's great if you want to be making Orbeez videos because they're popular. But did you know that there's virtually no Orbeez gun videos? These little Orbeez guns, and you can buy them at Walmart. My tool, Search Triggers, shows that there is a market for Orbeez gun videos from Walmart, but there's a lack of supply of those videos. You're not going to compete with Mr. Beast, but you might be able to make a video about an Orbeez gun. So that's just an example that I draw on, but I just want you to understand that this is the 3-step process. Step number 1, private window. Step number 2, Google Trends. Step number 3, make a video. Look at how many other videos are out there, and you actually need to kind of have the count of how many videos exist under that keyword. And that's really the secret sauce of Search Triggers, because you've used Search Triggers now since 2012, Scott, and I saw you use it for one of your drone videos, and I think you made like tens of thousands of dollars on parts because you drilled in that your audience was looking for such a specific model of a drone with such a specific model of a part, and you made a video that exactly solved their problem. And in the description, you had a link to have them buy the part. Share that.
And I did a review on this video, and I got this guy tons and tons of hundreds of dollars in sales. Tons of sales. I mean, he probably made 10,000, 20,000, guys, easy. Just because I was promoting his product. And then he he kind of sponsored me and sent me everything for free because I did a review video for him, and I flew the drone, and the drone was cool, and I showed how the product worked, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was giving me like every like day, like at least 5 guys. Those are the kind of videos you want, where like your phone is like new comment, new comment, new comment, it's like, it's crazy. I wouldn't want to know, I would want to know what it's like to be, you know, a big YouTuber like Logan Paul or Mr. Beast or some of these guys that have mastered the traffic and the SEO and making good content and getting a lot of views, guys. They've mastered it. So I couldn't imagine what their phone would be like, all the notifications, right? And I'm just thinking about that because that's what it reminded me, is that video, for whatever reason, I hit a really good keyword, and I used search triggers. I used the tool that Vic has. It's the most amazing tool, guys. It's worked for me, and you know, I just want to show you. I just want to show my screen and show you what we're talking about here. Yeah, Vic, go ahead and shoot those 3 steps, man. Let's get this going. Let's start.
All right. So here's step number 1. Okay, I have a private window. Okay, I'm using a Brave browser, which is like Chrome, and I just go to youtube.com. Okay, and I go to the very, very top here, and I type in Orbeez. Okay, and you hit the first thing it says is pool and then gun, right? Nowhere in here does it say backyard. It's really that simple. So pool's number 1, and when you click Orbeez pool, there's these other, you know, okay, now Mr. Beast is number 2, but he's not number 1, right? This guy got 45 million views by copying Mr. Beast. So that's really, really simple. Okay, so step 2 is you go to Google Trends. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to trends.google.com, and I'm going to type in the keyword Orbeez backyard. Okay. And I'll type in Orbeez pool. See that? Orbeez backyard is the blue line, and Orbeez pool, it peaked in May 2nd, 2020. You see that?
Yeah.
All right. So then you have to see how many other people have videos like that. Well, going back a page, you'd have to go in here and start scrolling and just get a sense of how many other people have Orbeez pool videos. And you see there's a lot of Orbeez pool videos, right? Well, wouldn't it be nice to know exactly how many Orbeez pool videos there are, right? Well, that's what our tool does, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and go out of my private window. And so a lot of people think about search triggers from the wrong angle. They think of it as a replacement for the Google AdWords keyword tool, which it's not. Most keyword tools out there are just telling you keywords. Now, the difference between a keyword and a search phrase is really important. A keyword is an advertising term referring to the category of the word that YouTube and Google will interpret based on what you type. A search phrase is what you're actually typing in that triggers the mobile and auto AI bots to find the most relevant videos that match the criteria of what you're looking for. They're extremely different. So if you just use the AdWords or Google keyword tool or keyword planner, as most people encourage you to do, you're missing the entire boat, basically, because no one is really, Google's not even using it since 2012. In 2012, I don't know if you know this, Scott, but there was a project, it's in this book back here, I just read about it, and Daryl was talking about it tonight, that in 2012, they came up with this idea called InnerTube. You ever heard about that? InnerTube, that was the code name?
No, man, no. InnerTube?
InnerTube. They said, okay, what if instead of view count and all these other ranking factors that were there, we started using artificial intelligence, and we used a learning machine that was learning from your preferences, learning from your history, and learned who you are and gave you the most relevant videos based on who you are and what your interests are. And they called this inner tube. And then for several years, they ran it, and it learned and it learned and it learned. Well, now that's the dominant engine both in Google and in YouTube. So they took Google artificial intelligence, you know, the same intelligence that the AI team of Ray Kurzweil is operating, and they put it into YouTube. So a lot of the concepts of YouTube, especially like 95% of the traffic is all this AI engine. 5%, and this is critical for beginners, is all search. It's all search, and it's simple stuff. Like I asked the question, and I said, if your niche is too broad, it's very unlikely you'll be specific enough to rank in search results. If your niche doesn't have enough interest from the worldwide audience, then you'll hear crickets. And that's one of the keys. Recently, there was an update in YouTube where they changed things and they got rid of the tags. Tags are not as important. They nerfed them, as it's called in the industry. So tags used to be important, and people were using tools like TubeBuddy and vidIQ, which are fantastic tools, except they were relying too much on the tags. So what YouTube recently did is they put a lot of emphasis on the first 50 characters of your title and the first 250 characters of your description. Now, you can put a very, very long description, and I encourage you to do that. Even transcribe your videos and put them below in the description, because that's food for YouTube. Also, you want to do closed captions. So if you have a video, even if it's a minute, 2 minutes long, you want to go put those closed captions directly into YouTube, because that's going to improve not only the quality of your captions, it's also going to make sure that YouTube has the right keywords for your videos. Finally, and this is the biggest secret of all, one of my friends who's a YouTuber with more than 500,000 subscribers, I saw one of his videos on YouTube SEO come up, and it was a live stream, and I looked. He didn't have the word YouTube SEO or search engine optimization anywhere in his title. He didn't have it anywhere in his description, but yet he was ranking #1 for one of the very, very competitive keywords. And so then I turned on closed captions, and I said that he and the person he was interviewing on SEO or search engine optimization were speaking the words in the first 30 seconds of their video. And they said it several times. And just the fact that they said it actually carried more weight than what they typed. And this is revolutionary, okay? Scott, can you comment on the impact of that? What you speak is actually now more important than what you type and anything else. Back to you, Scott.
Well, I was hoping you'd finish your 3 steps, man. Like 1, 2, 3. Did you finish the second and the third?
Yeah. I said it 3 times. Step #1, private window. Okay, start typing your keywords. I showed that. Step #2, put them in Google Trends. See what's there. And step #3, find out how many other people have videos. And that's where search triggers comes in, because you want to figure out, what's my competition? How many other people have videos on this topic? Can I, like, if you see something that's trending and there's a lot of engagement on that topic, like Orbeez pool or Orbeez gun, or some other, like Orbeez car, like you mentioned, and there's not many videos on it, then you should make that video, right? Because you're going to be the person that has a better shot at making the video ranking somewhere and getting traffic than if you are in, trying to have your video and there's 60, 70,000, 80,000 other videos or 600,000 other videos on the same topic. So that's what search triggers will do for you. So we're going to run the recording now, but I just wanted to ask you, I mean, this idea of voice, of what you say, is so important for SEO that I think a lot of YouTubers are not even aware of it. There's only a few of them that I know of that even talk about it. That what you say is more important than what you write, than your title or your description, because the algorithm is so smart. It can, everything we say, it's transcribing into text and saying, oh, that's what this video is about. So you have to say what your video is about, then do your video, and then at the end say what you just covered. That's the 3 steps in your content.
I think that there should be like a screen that says step 1, step 2, step 3, and build that, you know, because still I you know, like the private browser, okay, interesting, you know, that's really simple. You're going to use a private browser. You're going to go into Google and you're going to look at what's showing at the top, or YouTube.
Yeah, and then I always do those first 2 steps, and then after that I go to search triggers.
Okay.
Because search triggers search triggers works better if you do those first 2 steps. So let's run the recording. This is our stream from the other day. And yeah, you wrote in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So I'm going to run this recording. I know you have to go. Anything you want to say before? Are you going to come back on after it? I'm not sure if you will, but anything you want to say about that? Because there's actually 3 steps, okay?
Right.
There's 3 steps in making content, and there's 3 steps in ranking. So the 3 steps in making content are, first, you got to record your video, okay?
Okay.
Then when your video's done, you've got to do the keyword research, okay, to figure out what your video was actually about. And the easiest way to do that is transcribing your video, looking at what you said, and looking for patterns. And then finally, you have to record a 30-second to 1-minute intro to your video and slap that on at the beginning. And chances are you won't be able to make that video until you've first recorded your video, like this video right tonight. We're going to be we've been talking for about half an hour, okay? Out of this half an hour, we have to condense what we say into 1 minute, okay? We have to take that 1-minute video and put it on at the beginning of this video. Does that make sense, Scott?
Yeah, sure.
So every video you make it first, do the keyword research, step number 2, okay?
Okay.
And then record a 1-minute piece and put it on at the beginning. Okay.
All right.
That's the key. That's the key, because you want to you know, finish the content as really good for the person. So if they're watching, they get all the content right away. And that's kind of what I was thinking, because you were doing the steps and I'm like, I feel like, you know, step number 1, step number 2, like maybe if you had like a bullet points, like boom, 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 because it's like, you know, the repetition, you know what I mean? It's all about the repetition. And, you know, then you go through it again, you know, and then the person can learn, I think, just a lot better that way. Just, it's all about the repetition. Like, you know what I mean? Like A, B, C, you know, it's like everybody knows that, you know what I mean? So if we can like make a cinnamon for it, or make, you know, make it cool. I like that idea. Yeah. I love that idea. All right, so let's roll the broadcast. Thank you so much for editing this. I mean, I haven't seen the whole thing, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it myself.
Good. Let's do the training. Let's jump into it. Definitely like and comment, guys. All right, let's do it. Let's share the screens.
Let me make sure I have the right one. That would really, it would not be good if I did the wrong one. Oh, here it is.
Let's go live, baby. Let's share the screens.
welcome. Vic here with Search Triggers. My friend and colleague Scott Rayleigh in the house. He was our #1 user when we first invented this product. We're now in Search Triggers revision #4. It's crazy how this product has evolved, and we're going to do a little bit of a demo about keywords and ranking on YouTube and ranking your videos. So if you like this, pay attention, and we will see you in the winner's circle. Take it over, Scott.
All right, Vic, thank you so much. You know, ranking on YouTube, guys, and ranking in general with your website is the secret to capturing the audience and getting people to your website for free, only with a simple keyword, a little change, a little tweak. And that's what I love about Search Triggers. So I've known Vic now for almost 10 years. I grew to love this tool, Search Triggers, guys, and I'm going to show you how I use it. And I'm not going to be like, oh, beginner guy. I'm going to show you how to really take advantage of this tool and get the best keyword for your video, for your website, what it is that you're trying to rank for. So we're going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to dive right on over to Search Triggers. And you guys are going to see right here on the front page, rank #1 in search engines. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And one of the first things that I like to do is just keep it real broad. I'm just going to simply, try to get some ideas. So I recently did a product for drop shipping. So how to find winning drop shipping products. How to find winning drop shipping products. Okay, let me just go ahead and type that in. And then we're going broad right now, so you're going to get a different set of results than if you were to do the different searches here, like phase, phrase, you have title, and you have exact. The ones that I use the most are broad, phrase, and title, guys. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and click on Google Relevance, and I'm going to look at the high relevance here, which has the highest blue bar and the less amount of pages here. So the less amount of pages with the highest relevance is your best keyword. So you got one right here, how to find drop shipping products. Okay, so that's a good keyword. So let me go ahead and copy that, and I will put that in, and we're just going to do another search. Okay, you guys see here products for 2021. That is the highest one, guys. So for 2021, they're recommending, Search Triggers recommending is to use 2021. And then you see here how to find winning dropshipping products on Facebook, Reddit. Reddit again shows up, and then you have 2021 right here, guys. So right now we're just getting ideas, and we're not really trying to put our thumb on anything yet. So we see 2021 is really big, Reddit is really big, and on Facebook is really big. So then now I like to play with phrase. So then I'm going to do a phrase search. So I jump from broad to phrase. And then we're just going to jump around and then look for what pops out at you and what's giving you the best on each different one. So then now we'll do a title. We'll do a search for a title. Okay. And then we'll continue to, okay, now we got Facebook, Reddit, still 2021 is here. Now we're going to actually jump over to YouTube, and we're going to do a search over here on YouTube. So now instead of just doing all the internet, we're going to jump to YouTube and do a search here. And YouTube really gives you great results, guys, because it's like, okay, it's got great Google relevance and high YouTube relevance, and it tells you how many pages are. So this is what I want to share with you guys tonight is put in your keyword and then jump around with it, and then jump around with ideas that it's giving you. Okay, so how to find dropshipping products on AliExpress. And you can do 2021, guys. So this would be a great keyword. How to find dropshipping products on AliExpress 2021. Okay, that would be a great keyword, especially after looking so far so much that we've done tonight already. So now we can jump over to title, and we can look at title here and just continue to play with it. And then when you find something you like, then you might want to change out the keyword here, okay, and then replace it with something else, and then continuing to find what looks to be the best. And it looks like the best is how to find dropshipping products on AliExpress. That looks like it has the best relevance with the less amount of pages. I like 2021. How to find winning dropshipping products on Facebook. That also looks like a really good one because it doesn't have millions of pages here. So you see what I mean? You just basically you just jump around from phrase to broad to title. And you guys would be able to use all the web or YouTube, or I mostly use YouTube or all the web. So this is just some ideas, guys, on how to find the best keywords. And then when you do find it, I like to then click on it, like I'm clicking on it right now, and then you see what people are using in their headlines. So for example, right here, how to find winning products on AliExpress drop shipping. How to find drop shipping products on AliExpress. Best, what I think it says best 10 products or something like that. So you try to find what are they using the most. They're using the word drop shipping. They're using the word AliExpress. Okay. And so this doesn't seem like a very popular one, like normally when I find really popular ones. So let's click on 2021. Not a lot. So what's interesting, guys, is you allow this tool to just basically find the best keywords for you, but you're going to have to play with it. You can't just do all the web and broad. You have to find something interesting, right? And then you got to jump over to YouTube and do another search, and then jump from broad to title to phrase. And then sure enough, you're going to have the best one with the highest YouTube relevance and the highest Google relevance with the less amount of pages, meaning you're not competing with really anybody. So that's just a 5-minute how to find the best keywords using search triggers. And this is how to find dropshipping products niche. So take it away, Vic. What did you like? What did you think? It's kind of like a fast shoot.
Bulb.
It's like shoot and go.
If you click on the light bulb,
Yeah.
okay, you have a blocker, but when I click on the light bulb, what it does is it removes the target phrase.
Okay.
So that way you can see that you can create something that combines AliExpress, Facebook, and Instagram. Why not make a video that hits all those words?
Right. How to find dropshipping products for Facebook, AliExpress, and Reddit, in 2021. I mean, you got
exactly
all of it right there, guys. So yeah, that's a pro tip. And I do have a little a little blocker here, so I'll turn it off. We'll see if that works. So I'll just do AliExpress. What I love about this tool is it's so fast. It's so fast.
Yeah, so click on that. It's supposed to remove.
Okay, I did turn it off and it's not removing. But you know what? The idea is that you're only showing what's unique in the keyword, which is AliExpress, and then how to start, how to do, how to find. And it looks like how to find is the best out of all these. So yeah, how to find. That's great. This is awesome. So it's a really fast method, but it works if you just continue to play with it. I jump around from phrase to broad to exact to title, jump from YouTube to all the web. Great. So
you also go to keywords.
Go to keywords.
The upper left-hand corner, there's a button that says keywords.
Yeah.
And go to since yesterday.
Okay.
So there you have all the work that you did today, all neatly organized for you.
Oh, nice. I love it, man.
What I need to do is get rid of that nag screen.
Yeah, this is a great tool, Vic, and I hope a lot of people take advantage of it and play with it. Like it's got all this data. You just need to find the best for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could go more advanced on a later day, but guys, follow the Google relevance with the less amount of pages and start using the special keywords here. So your main keyword is how to find dropshipping products, but then you got these other query words like on Facebook, Reddit, on Instagram, on AliExpress, 2021. These are the queries that Vic's talking about. And what you can do is you can find ways to put those in your title here, but you're still hitting on the main keyword, which is how to find winning dropshipping products. So what I do, guys, is like when I find something that I really like, I like to click on the keyword and then I look at the other websites that are also ranking for that keyword, and then I try to find what else is common that they're using in that keyword, right? Like, for example, this person's using winning and trending products. I like that, winning and trending. This person is also using winning products. So I like the idea of using trending and winning as well, because that's what they're ranking on the top of Google, but yet what do they also have in their headline as well? So this is just looking at this keyword, guys. There's a whole web of information to find what's best for your company, what's best for your niche, and you don't want to be competing with anybody else, guys. So, for example, just putting in 2021, you could be ranking number 1 on the first page because you put in 2021. Okay, guys? So that's like that little tip is what you're getting here with this tool, right? So that's the little what's saving you. It's like a shortcut. All right. Well, thanks, Vic. I appreciate it. If you guys like what you saw here, how to use search triggers, how to rank on YouTube, definitely like this video, subscribe to the channel, and go head over to search triggers and get your guys' a login, get yourself a subscription over here, and start getting keywords for you to rank on YouTube, the internet, Google, all the other tools out there that you're going to need to be ranking on, because that's really the future, guys, is traffic and making money with that traffic. So you could have an awesome video, but don't have a great keywords, and yet you're missing out on a lot of traffic. And that's why Vic created this tool, is to basically get you guys the best keywords for your niche. All right, Vic. Thanks for your time, bro.
Yeah. Cool. So would you allow me to share my screen and I'll show you some of the new features?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, I think the guys know the basic use of this tool, how I would use it. But yeah, go ahead and show some of the advanced stuff for sure.
All right, I'm just going to show it to you real quick.
All right.
Because I have the same window open, and I was like, because I built the software, so I have a certain attachment to the new features being used. So I want to show you the new stuff that's in 4.0 that other people haven't seen, and maybe this will be a follow-up video. But you should see my screen right now.
Yep.
Okay. So what I did here is I still have that how to find, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. You already know the brand is there. What I want to do is show you this little light bulb. When it's working, you tap on it, and basically it hides all of the words around. So you can now sit down and say on Facebook, on Reddit, on Instagram, and AliExpress.
Nice.
So it makes it easier for you to see, like how could I phrase something around it?
Right.
Okay. There's also a button that says 11 more results at the bottom, so you can see them all. And it automatically will select these other results. And then you can gather the SEO data right here, and it'll fill in the numbers for you.
Cool. I like that.
So now you have how to find drop shipping products.
Oh, nice. So it gave you a bunch of relevant stuff also.
Yeah.
Nice.
So now what I can also do is how to find drop shipping products, and I switch it to YouTube. Now it's only going to use the relevance scores. It's going to get rid of Bing. It's only going to do Google compared to YouTube search.
Yeah.
Because YouTube has a completely different search algorithm in terms of relevance, right? So something
right.
could be relevant here on Bing.
Show them. Hit search. Show them.
Yeah. Well, let me show you. These are the values we get from Bing, right?
Yeah.
Bing has very, very good ideas. In some cases, even better than Google. So that's why you want to use them for getting ideas.
Right.
Let's run it.
Right, but when you hit YouTube, guys, you jump into a whole different algorithm of YouTube, and it has the YouTube relevance right here.
See, the YouTube relevance compared to Google relevance. And so I like to click on it and then tap on YouTube relevance, and then I click on the query, and it hides it again. So how to find drop shipping products, And then on AliExpress, on Facebook, eBay, Instagram, and Amazon. And then there's the 2021 Reddit and TikTok.
Yep. Cool.
And now the other thing that's kind of cool is you could go to how to find drop shipping products, and you can click on this little planet. And let's say I want to look at somebody that maybe had a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And now you can see there's Oberlo.
Oh, wow. That is so cool, dude. I like that.
And this is automatically fetching publicly visible pages. And so now you can spy on other people's Facebook channels.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with Pinterest. I click on the Pinterest link and it goes right into Pinterest. I click on this, I can go to Amazon. And I wouldn't expect Amazon would have anything. Let's try Instagram. Instagram doesn't have anything. That would be within send lane. Let's try Twitter. So Twitter doesn't have anything. That's interesting. So the phrase how to find drop shipping products.
Yep.
If I get rid of how to find, I just type in drop shipping products. Let's just run drop shipping products. Okay, so in the realm of drop shipping, it's all 2021 to sell now. Look at that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so drop shipping products to sell now, and I click on that and I go to Twitter. Oh my God, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Let's try LinkedIn.
But I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going with this. So you just...
There it is. So drop shipping products, you can actually see drop shipping products online boutique.
Yeah.
Open My Boutique. So if you want to get some ideas about a competing Twitter channel, you can go to her and look at what she's doing. Your source for opening and maintaining your online boutique. And she has posts in there about it.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is you can go over here to the settings and you can go to search domains and you can create your own.
Okay.
So like instead of YouTube, pick another website that you like. Let's say use Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit. Yes, you got to add Reddit, dude. That's the new thing.
So we just added Reddit, and we're going to get rid of Google Plus because that doesn't exist anymore. We can get rid of SendLane. We can leave Pinterest. Okay, so now what happens is now I've now updated the interface. So what I can do is I can now go to all the web and I'll go to Reddit and I'm going to see all the Reddit posts surrounding drop shipping products.
Right. That's great, man. Reddit is like the new hot place to learn, bro. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you can see there it is again.
Oh,
2021,
cool.
2020 from USA with high profit margin.
Yes. Like that.
And look, the pages, there's only 21 posts on Reddit with 2021 in it. And so you can actually click on that and go read about it. See, Search Triggers is not just a keyword tool. It's a bona fide search engine in and itself. If you want to search within a domain, you want to search within a brand, you want to even search within your own website, you can use it for research and driving deep.
Right.
We have attorneys using it to do legal research.
Yes.
We have doctors using it for medical research.
Well, obviously, I can see why. This is amazing. It's so
and everything goes into the
user-friendly.
globe. See, so now the little Reddit icon is there.
Incredible, man.
So we've all added that in version 4.0. But we put a special emphasis on YouTube because the YouTube algorithm has completely different keywords under that. So if I go into, like, I can keep it on Reddit, right? So here I'm using YouTube relevance to sell now, okay? That was a phrase that I got from YouTube algorithm, okay? So I can now go and use that phrase on Reddit by going here, and I still go to Reddit. So I don't actually have to use this up here. I can go down over here and do that. Now, another thing you may not know is you can actually click on this and it will open up a YouTube search so you can actually see
Oh, wow.
This is like little secret sauce that us SEO guys use for YouTube.
Yeah.
In title colon drop shipping products to sell now in the site of youtube.com. And now all of a sudden you see all of these really, really relevant results coming up.
Right.
Okay. And then we go back here and we go to Google and I click on the same little bar and it opens up a Google search, and you can really, really drill down into what's the top videos in a given niche. Now, you have to understand that YouTube, like if I just type in this dude's stuff,
Yeah.
I'm looking for people who are competing with my exact match phrase. Most people, right, will type just in about that, and they're probably going to get different results. You can see some different people show up. Nope, the same guy. The same guys are showing up.
Right.
But what I've often seen is YouTube results will not necessarily be the ones that have the best keyword match. They're going to sometimes show someone if it's a related keyword, but not an exact keyword.
Okay.
Okay. If someone's really popular, very successful, and they have a lot of videos on their channel, even if it's not an exact match, there's sometimes put that person up on YouTube. So that's why it's really important that you not just rely on, like, if I go to here to YouTube and I click on that icon and I look at who's number one, that's the number one video according to search triggers. But this is a video that has all the factors in their title because that's what we asked for.
Yes.
Whereas when you go to YouTube, you'll see it's this dude.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe you put a little combination of them both, maybe.
Yeah. So like this guy will show up with 6.5 thousand views, but you might get some ideas of lower ranking people that have a lot of matches, right? Because so what I'm trying to say here is look at both. Click on the bar to open up the page inside of YouTube itself, and then also go drill down inside of the pages, because the search engine that operates in here, it's almost like it's spying on their words that are actually there rather than what YouTube is going to interpret as the best match for your brand.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Like you guys got your check boxes, and YouTube and has their algorithm, you know. So
Right. And so even if you type in anything drop shipping, you're always going to get these same guys, right? Until you get at least 6,000 views, until you get 9,000 views, until you get 60,000 views, it's going to be really tough for you to rank. But what I'm wanting to help you out with is, you see this guy right here? He's got 7 views, but he's still on the first page, right? The real secret of search triggers, and why I recommend this for beginning YouTubers, is you want to be knocking off this guy, right? Because it's very unlikely you're going to knock these guys off until you have more views. But see, this guy, if you make a good thumbnail, like this thumbnail's terrible. If you make let's say you look at this guy's thumbnail and you put your video here, but you only have 7 views, and maybe you have a stronger call to action. As soon as YouTube sees that you're clicking on this video, you're going to start getting more and more views. So don't think just because a keyword is really, really competitive that you can't rank in it. Okay? But you have to be realistic, okay? Let's face it, if there's 86,000 other videos on drop shipping products, it's highly unlikely that you're going to be there. But if you add to sell now to it, you're only fighting against 180.
Now, real
people.
quick, how did you find to sell now? It just showed up putting dropshipping products. And do you have your query turned on or no? No, your query is not on, right? Yeah.
Well, no, I would just,
Okay.
I click the query and then it's to
So you
sell
just
now.
got YouTube with phrase dropshipping products. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to go.
You see how it's easier to see for your brain? You could say, you could make a video called selling products in 2021 to sell now, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're actually going.
It's like you got 3 layers. You got the first layer, second layer, third layer, but they're all connected in the same way.
They're all connected. They're all connected.
Yeah.
Right?
And I've seen these YouTubers that will have long titles with all those keywords in there.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
And another thing that the new updates in the algorithm, they look at the first paragraph in your description for keywords. And the new update also totally nerfed the tags, because people came out with tubes like vidIQ and TubeBuddy, and it wasn't giving relevant results. So YouTube decided that they want you to write good sales copy in your first paragraph. And so one of my videos, when I learned that, it was about 6 months ago, I generated 500,000 views by simply getting rid of the links in the first line, because I kind of wanted people to click the link. Don't do that. You want them to click to learn more. You want that first thing that people see to be really well-written sales copy, because you want to encourage people to do the click.
Yeah, and I liked what this guy says, stop, don't leave yet. I like anytime you tell people, hey, wait, don't go yet, or like the video, or comment below. Anytime you give a call to action is great. And one of my favorite ones is don't scroll down yet. Don't keep scrolling down yet. Don't stop,
Yeah. That's very clever, and he's got emojis there and everything in there too.
Yeah, fire. I love it.
Let me see how he did in terms of views, whether the strategy paid off.
No, 74 views.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, when you go to the description, right?
Right.
He doesn't have any good value in there.
Well, you know what's funny? This is the same video that's ranking on YouTube as well. Go back to the YouTube search results. Maybe, yeah, go down. It's the one that has a 7 views. With the bad thumbnail. That thumbnail. Right there. Right. That's the same channel, I think. Or no, that might not be it.
Yeah, that's the same video.
No, yeah, sorry. I thought it was the same thing. It's all right.
It is the same video. You see that?
Wow. No.
He's just spamming. He's spamming, and that's why he's not working. Okay.
Yeah.
You see that one? Stop, don't leave yet. Exclusive, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Spamming.
This is what not to do. Okay. So let me tell you what you want to do. What I would do if I was this guy, right? I would 86 all of this stuff. Okay. All of these hashtags, put them at the bottom. Okay. Because hashtags show up anywhere. Okay. Like this thing, when you put in your location. Okay. So let me show you something here. If I go to Doobie Brothers, listen to the music live. There's my video. Okay. Okay. Now you see the hashtags show up here, right? The hashtag the Doobie Brothers, hashtag listen to the music. What I want to do is listen to the music by the Doobie Brothers, recorded at a live benefit concert at the VR Cone Winery in Sonoma County, California. I got a massive leap in my channel, because what I used to have was this part here first, like and encourage us to share videos more. And then what I did is I wrote the copy, which was just a description of the video.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thanks. That's a great tip.
Okay. And then I put the hashtags at the bottom. The very last thing is the hashtag. Okay. And I said, look, all advertising revenue from this video goes to the Doobie Brothers Band, and I put their link in there. So when I gave credit to them, and when the video was not about me, it was about them, that's when my views went up. It literally went from like 1.7 million up to like now it's almost 2.5 million views. Now you see this is where SociSnap comes in. Okay? What SociSnap does is it converts this word right here, the word video. It's not the word video. This is the emoji of the letter V, the emoji of the letter I, and effectively it removes this video from the search results. Let me show you. If I was to do my own video, let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay. So you see that it says Doobie Brothers, listen to the music. So the word live is a keyword I wanted, but the word video has no relevance. So what I did is I remove it. Pay attention. It's just as important what words to remove from your title as to have the words that you want in your title. Okay. The word video is too general. It's too broad. It's not anything that I need in there. So I made it italicized so humans can still see it, but it effectively removed it from the page. My views went up. Does that make sense, Scott?
Yeah, you weren't trying to rank on that, but you use your tool SociSnap. But you know what? I think we're getting off, and we just need to focus on ranking keywords, and that's that's high advanced stuff. We don't need to go there right now.
Okay. But I love this stuff.
Yeah, but just show how to use the tool, and then I think we're good.
But you see that?
Yeah.
That's what I did here. I did a search, Doobie Brothers listen to the music with lyrics.
Ooh, yeah, you knew. Look at that. The high relevance, low pages, you knew.
I knew, right? So all I did is added lyrics to the page and I got like 500,000 more views.
Nice. So you guys hear that?
And I got rid of the word.
On your video in the description, you need to talk about what it is unique about your query. So dropshipping products to sell now, it's all about sell now, what you can sell now, sell now. Sell today.
See, I removed the word benefit concert, which is what I originally was ranking for. And I still rank for that word because YouTube remembers all of your history dating back all the way to 2012, right? So they already know that I'm #1 under benefit concert. I don't have, like, if I go to Doobie Brothers benefit concert, I should still be ranking #1, right? All of my videos, all of them. These are all mine. Every single one of them. Okay? But take a look. The one that actually, this one right here, I wanted that one lower so that the other ones would get more traffic because they have like 45,000, 8,000, 115,000, etc. The mix, 995, 110. These are the Duet Slack key. This is a brand new one I just uploaded. See, by removing the word benefit concert from the search, it allowed my other videos to go higher. So you can actually move things directly within your own channel by the combination of search triggers with SociSnap. But anyway, I can do a whole training on that for another time. You see the word live and lyrics are what I found that was relevant in YouTube. And so I knew that every word that I had in there was waste. That was not those words. Right?
Amazing,
so that's
bro.
like a big secret.
Amazing.
So let me do another one of your keywords. Well, other than drop shipping, what is it that you sell?
Let's do a plus size sports bra or plus size bra. Just do plus size bra.
I'll do a sports bra.
It's not a lot of traffic, but let's see.
Okay.
Yep.
Amazon review.
So you might need to do broad instead of get off of YouTube, right? Or you might need to do.
No, I still would go YouTube because I want to see these scores right here.
Okay.
So what I need to do is UK and India. So there's a lot of people searching in the UK and there's a lot of people searching in India. So those would be markets you want to target.
Okay, good to know.
Fabletics is a keyword.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Nike. And what I'm now doing is I'm selecting all the ones with a blue dot and I gather the data and it'll fill in the data on YouTube's. So you can see there's only 6 other videos with plus size sports bra reviews.
Yeah, not a lot of traffic for sure.
We don't know about traffic. Let's go take a look. Traffic is a different metric. 17,000 views. See that?
Yeah.
17,000 views on super affordable sports bras for big best high impact sports bras of life. And she's doing all the right things. You see, she put the title in here. She has the hashtags in here. She's got her one, a little bit of copy. Okay. So this is her copy. And then all this other stuff are the links, right? If people see more. But see, this stuff, I can show you. Why is she ranking? You can actually go into here and you type in plus. You can do this with your browser. Okay, actually, it's not under here. It's under sports bras. Sports bras, okay? But she's ranking for the keyword sports bras. You see that? And you can see in yellow how she's using her tags, how she's using the text right there. See that? Yeah. And that'll give you some ideas for your video. But yeah, she's doing everything right. 17,000 views. She's rocking it out.
Yeah.
And she's a plus size person.
Right. Yep. Yeah, man. When I'm doing my advertising ads, just real quick before we end the video, is I go to YouTube and I look for their titles and like what they're saying, like super affordable sports bras for big bus. I mean, that's like super cool right there. Like you can do super something, super comfy sports bras, super something,
Yeah.
and it'll roll so good. Bras for big bus. And what it is it sounds like someone naturally talking about the product, like a woman actually that knows about this product, and it makes it connects with the audience way more when you find good headlines on YouTube for your Facebook ads. Really good tip. All right, well, let's wrap this up, man. We could play with this tool all night. I guess the thing is that you guys need to jump over here to search triggers.
I know when the creator of the tool gets his hand on the tool, that's when it goes crazy. But I hope you learned something tonight. And
I did.
The next video.
Yeah.
The next video will be even better.
I think what we should do is that we should have a series, like maybe a series of these videos, like 3 videos where we just play with different keywords and we show them exactly what we would have done or what we would do. I think that's pretty cool.
What I was thinking we could do, here's what we could do, is we have Super Chat. You know about Super Chat? Yeah. A friend of mine, he was doing a Super Chat. He's kind of a veteran rock star YouTuber, and he was getting like $500 tips for people to just, hey, could you optimize my channel? Could you optimize my page? Could you make it happen for me? I'm not saying we have to ask for 500. You ask for any amount you want. You just pick the dollar amount. But he got like $900 in tips.
Oh, I imagine, man. It's incredible. Right?
So what we could do is just do Super Chat. We'll go live.
Yeah.
And we'll just like what we ought to do is take this video that we just recorded tonight and play that as a an intro, and then we'll do live with the audience that's there, and then we might do some more training, because the whole beauty of this is we can be live, but we can also run pre-recorded trainings in there to kind of warm people up and get them used to the idea.
Yeah.
Because otherwise what ends up happening is it's something I learned from being a piano player for so long. You never want to get to the point where you're playing your songs so much that you hate them, right? Especially songs you've written, because you've done it so many times over and over and over and over again. Yes, that is a path to mastery, but there is a beauty in being able to just summarize things briefly and concisely. So that's what I think we should do, is we ought to get on live and actually do this live with people. We'll just take their videos and say, here's what we would do. Give it a shot. Come back next week and see how it worked for you. All right. So I hope you guys learned something tonight. And Scott, take it away. Give us a quick summary of what we just covered.
Yeah, Vic, it was awesome hanging out with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. I hope we didn't bore you too much. How to rank your keywords on YouTube and ranking for Google in itself. You know, that's really the future, is keywords and traffic and ranking. So I hope that you guys get your hands on search triggers, get inside search triggers, and start playing with it. You know, there's never a perfect way to do anything. It's always just you know, playing with it and clicking this and changing this. And then that's when you stumble across something that leads you to what it is that you were looking for in the first place. So I dare you guys just to start using it, start playing with it, and start putting it together, meaning, you know, the keywords that are very useful with the keywords that are very trendy, and put something amazing together, and then watch your traffic build. Watch your Google Analytics start growing by doing some of these tricks using search triggers. So if you like this content, make sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and let me know, guys, what it is that you want to look for your keywords. Like, give some ideas in the comments below what it is. Like tonight we did plus size sports bra. Let us know something that we could do on the next video in the series here for ranking on YouTube using keywords, and give us some ideas so we can show you guys how to basically dissect and open up your audience with what's trending now and what's working now, with very good keywords with less competition, guys. That's the key, and that's what Search Triggers is all about.
Okay. So, hey, welcome back. So, Jeremy, I put the link in there, and Scott was asking us earlier about the 3 simple steps. This exact text is in the description below this video. In addition, I'm going to add additional steps that we talked about at the very beginning, which has to do with how you create content for your YouTube. Step number 1, actually, I might want to bring this up in PowerPoint, actually, is, let me actually do that. Let me do that since we're here. Jeremy, if you want to join us, we could have a conversation about your channel. Let me go pull it up here. If I go to YouTube and I type in Jeremy Green, okay, is that you? It doesn't quite look like you. See, if you type in your name, someone else, right? So you might want to change the name of your channels. Like if you type in our channel, Tube Relevance, we carefully selected it so that there's no other game in town, right? We actually have 600 videos, but 200 of them are public and a lot of them are members only. And you know, you want to make sure that when people type it in, you're the only one there. Okay, so that's why I said paste in your link. If you type in search triggers, I believe we're only, yeah. We've done more videos on Tube Relevance than we have elsewhere. Let's see if there's one with just search triggers without it. Yeah, that was without it, and that was my Mr. Beast YouTube channel review with SEO. And the thing is, you see these small view counts, but here's one of the secrets is it takes years, okay, to build this stuff up. And like in our case, you know, we didn't get 1 million views overnight, and neither did Mr. Beast. I mean, he started off with just 20 views, 30 views. It's the refinement, okay? If you take away one thing from today, it would be this. YouTube expects you to be tweaking your title, your description, your links, your end screens all the time. And actually, the more you do it, it reruns the algorithm because it's a real-time algorithm, okay? So play with it. If you just put your video up there and do nothing, then what's going to end up happening is nothing. So I sort of have a discipline, and I do this on weekends. Like I completely rebranded my whole channel today, okay? I literally said, you know what is my channel about? And I used, because, you know, is it a Doobie Brothers channel? No, and this came to me literally like early this morning. I thought of subtle changes, big results, okay? You can't tweak your videos, but what you can do is download the video, gut it, and re-upload it. There's no penalty for doing that. And when your new video performs better than your old video, make your old video unlisted or deleted. I recommend you keep it unlisted, especially if you embed them on a website, or make them members only. Like that's what we do. We have a ton of members only content right down here, right? Members only videos, 2 hours, 1 hour and 42 minutes, 32 minutes. That was a mistake. I did not actually expect this was not supposed to be actually live. I was recording it to slice it up and hopefully get like a 5-minute soundbite, but instead for 30 minutes, and people saw it live and they loved it. Here's, you know, raw cuts. You know, you can actually see the Doobie Brothers concert. You know, where someone bashed into me and knocked over my tripod. You know, it's fun stuff like that. You don't want that in your main channel, but you want to have it there. This one was really great. 2 hours and 27 minutes on lead magnets. It had a lot of people watch it. We have some videos, I think that there were like 7,000 people that watched it. You know, that for 7.5 hours. And that's also in the members area. You also want to put your relevant channels. Okay. Scott was on here. He has 2,000 subscribers. That's me. I'm, you know, I never did anything with that channel. My search triggers channel, only 23 subscribers. My piano channel, it only has 14 subscribers, but it has tens of thousands of views. So subscribers are a misguided thing, because a lot of people think that you have to have subscribers to succeed. Well, you actually just need to make good videos. Okay. Now, what is good? Mr. Beast was on yesterday, and he said something very profound. I don't think a lot of people got it, but I'll recap what I can say. He says, The secret of YouTube is making good videos. Make videos that people want to watch. The corollary is actually even more important. If you make videos that people don't want to watch, and YouTube invests its time and its money pushing them out to your subscribers, and your subscribers don't watch them and they don't like them and they're not paying attention to them, that is going to hurt you in the long run. I want to read to you my about statement. I wrote that this morning. It said, what if one small, subtle change could have a huge impact on life, business, everything? I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit here because this is so important. Okay. What if one small, subtle change could have a huge impact on life, business, everything? This channel is about learning how to make one small change, whether it's the thumbnail image on your video, your title, or your topic. What is relevance? Last month, I just checked the numbers, literally, this morning, to be accurate. Our views were down 72%, but income went up 18%. Subtle changes, big results. This is my 6th YouTube channel. My first channel was about my piano music. Why the Doobie Brothers? Well, in September 2012, and you see that's when I started it, I was invited to attend a historic concert with the Doobie Brothers. I was actually, my original channel and my username is still called Blogging Engineer because I was in a 90-day program, blog daily, make a video, embed it on your blog, and share it with your subscriber list. And that was our instructions. And that's what I did. And I saw one of my blog posts go from 10 visitors a day to 1,000 visitors a day. And I reversed engineered my results, and that's how I created the search triggers tool. Everything I build, all the software I make, is all based on reality. It's reverse engineering reality. It's human intelligence as opposed to artificial intelligence. It's finding tools that human beings can use to save them time, save them money, and make life easy for them, and also remind them to do the things that they don't want to do. I created search triggers because a lot of the time I couldn't even remember what the keywords were. I just wanted something that would store the keywords for me so that I could go back to it for future blog posts. And then I created like a 30-day, program. 30 days. You focus on one topic for 30 days. And then another 30 days, you move on to another topic. If you do that, you're going to start to discover patterns and then maybe even move into 90-day patterns. So this channel and my channel is really about what subtle changes have a huge impact. That if you could change one word, and you know what that word is. For me, that word was benefit concert. Okay. It was literally benefit concert. When you go there, go to my channel and you go to sort by and you go to most popular, 2.4 million views. I led with benefit concert, and that got me to the first 500,000 views or so. But where it really started to take off was when I was trending under the not long tail. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. What you want to do is to figure out exactly. Hey, Jeremy, I see you here. Let me bring you in. Hey, Jeremy.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Vic.
Where in the world are you?
I'm in Los Angeles at the moment.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm from England originally, but I've been in LA 39 years. Recently moved to Vegas, but I'm back in LA because my daughter's school just opened up. So yeah. And I was out, unfortunately. So I just caught the last little bit. I got on just before 2, and and I'll be interested in watching the replay.
Yeah, definitely.
And checking
Well,
out
this
course.
was what we're starting to do now is I do a lot of videos that never get released. I have like hundreds of hours of unreleased trainings that finally I have now people on my team that are watching them and noting the time codes where I should take it out and put something up.
Okay.
But it gets challenging when you have too much content and you've got to say it in 5 minutes, and then you have to say it in 30 seconds, and then you have to say it in 1 minute. And what you're missing is the entire background of relationship with people.
Okay.
And I think that's the problem with YouTube right now, is that every video follows a certain format these days, especially in the how-to space. Okay. What are your videos about?
I'm working with a machine that kills all viruses in the air and on surfaces. And
it's like an ionizer.
Well, it's like a fogger, but it's completely safe. So you can have it running the whole time. So it's
So that's a product you're promoting?
Yeah, I work. For the last year, I've been selling COVID-19 rapid test kits, but that's only to hospitals and doctors, and PPE in huge quantities. And we've just added a few months ago, we added to the protocol this machine that it's the size of a speaker. It's an air fogger that, well, it's completely safe, and it will kill dust. It will kill mold, dust, viruses, bacteria. It takes the dust out of the air. It treats the actual air. It's a phenomenal machine, and
wow. So you're it's a network marketing company, I would assume, and then you're one of the distributors.
It's been a network marketing company. They've been around since 1996, and they were bought by a company called Eris, which was Electrolux 10 years ago. But they've got, because of COVID, there's a whole business-to-business side. So we're trying to get away from the networking side is doing very, very well. But the business-to-business side, we're trying to do. Valara is the network side. Active Pure, which is the actual technology, which is from NASA. They've got two different names. So it's, I'm going after both. I'm trying to stay away from the networking side, even though I've got a team of people that are selling stuff. But I've been taking their videos, that they've been the corporate videos, and I've been downloading them and tweaking them and putting those back up. I've only done one with my own content, and that does rank well, and I should do a lot more. But I've been crazily busy with being a stay-at-home dad.
Well, how would I search for it? Because there are strict regulations on YouTube about making claims, and you never want to make any claims, and you never really want to be saying anything. You want the place for that is your website.
Yeah.
Right. So what you need to do is send people, like you're in Builderall, send people to your Builderall website to get more.
Yeah, I'm not in Builderall. I know of Builderall, but I'm not in it, and I don't know much about it. But so but that's where I can build. It's a website builder, is it?
Well, it's more than that. It's actually a replacement for ClickFunnels. It's a replacement for Constant Contact. It's a replacement for Aweber, and it's also marketer friendly. They give you like 40 tools for the price that you normally pay for just one tool. Okay. And they have a huge program, and they're cool. I mean, I know I'm going to be interviewing the CEO in about a week at a big broadcast that we're doing. And we have about 500 people on our team right now, and so it's fantastic.
I have what the hell is it? I've got I have something that I think is similar, but I can't.
I'll put the link in the chat where you can join our team. It's buildourdreams.com.
Okay.
Buildourdreams.com.
We do have machines that are approved by the FDA. Yeah, Dr. Deborah Burks, who was an advisor, she was up there with Fauci. She's just joined our company yesterday. So there's a lot of, you know, we're on CNBC news broadcast. We've got a lot of credibility. You know, it's NASA Technologies. We've got a lot of tech.
Well, you know what? Do you know about playlists? Playlists are a really good way for you to get exposure. Like what you do is you build a playlist on your channel.
Yeah, I've done
all those videos on CNBC and other people's channels while you're sort of building things up. And what ends up happening is that creates a link to them, and then they become aware of your existence, and you might even get a reciprocal link back, or it just trains the algorithm. Recently, I have had such luck with playlists. I kid you not. I mean, the best thing I can advise, you know, very few YouTubers are talking about the power of playlists. And it just dawned on me, like one of my clients, he has a YouTube channel, and he had very, very little traffic. And so because most of his video was the company sales video that's embedded on their website. So what I did is I said, okay, let's take this 10-minute video and let's turn it into a playlist, and let's put on a 30-minute video after that, and then a 1-hour webinar. And so some people watched the 10 minutes, and then at the drop-off point, we did what's called an info card, and it goes to the next chapter in the playlist. And what ends up happening is people are now watching, you know, we took their average watch time on the channel from like 2 or 3 minutes to like 20 or 30 minutes.
So you're going into the analytics, you see where the drop off is in the one video, and where it starts to drop off, you put a click in another one underneath. So you
put a little pop-up.
You're keeping them on your channel.
Exactly. And we did that once with a live stream, and what ended up happening was every time he said the word Soci Snap, I'd put a little pop-up with a link to go buy the product. Right? So whenever you're talking about the product, what you want to do is have a little pop-up. See, the thing is, once you become monetized, you can actually link to your own website. But until you're monetized, you can link to any YouTube playlist or any other video on YouTube.
I do have a playlist for this, but I haven't, and I thought about adding other, you know, I've got some playlists just for my own thing that I get from different bands and music, but I have put a playlist together for these videos, but I haven't added any external, so with some cloud like CNBC.
Yeah, it's such a great idea to start doing playlists. I truth be told, it's not an original idea. I saw that this was a marketing strategy that was being used on Spotify. Okay. And I saw a lot of people on Spotify that were like playlist owners, and they were like rock stars. It was almost like, actually, even before that, have you heard of Yelp?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Here in San Francisco, there's a whole Yelper community, right? And if you're one of the Yelpers, they don't even work for the Yelp company. They're just Yelpers with lots of followers, and they have lots of fans, and they have lots of playlists. They don't do anything. They actually are not there. They don't make any content. They don't have any original ideas. All they do is have lots of followers, and they make recommendations about events to go to and concerts to go to. So anyway, there was a production that we were associated with that had it was actually a theatrical performance. And so there was one of the nights was the Yelper night. And so they invited all these Yelpers, and the Yelpers were given like dinner and tables and free tickets to the event and cocktails, and they were romanced. And they were doing that just to get Yelpers to write favorable things about your theatrical performance, so that people will come to the show the next night, or so on and so forth. So that, you know, it kind of dawned on me that, okay, so there's actually there's content creators, there's content aggregators, and then there's people that all they do is point, right? Like the dog, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Go that way, go that way, go that way. And the people who point and they say, you know what? In my opinion, you should go here. Those people are, in today's world, they're actually the most valuable people on the world, right? And so what I'm sensing is you want to be sort of in the middle. You actually want to create content. You don't necessarily want to be the just pointing for no reason whatsoever. You actually you watch the videos on CNBC that are there. So you want to kind of have like editorial, and that would be like reaction videos. Reaction videos are great. The only thing you have to be careful of, and we found that to be the case, is if you use someone else's video and they exist on YouTube, sometimes the sound will drop off from the broadcast of the live stream. So you have to make sure that anytime you're using someone else's content, you mute it, because the sound is really how they identify if it belongs to somebody else. So that's why
I always edit.
Huh?
I download the file and then I edit it, and I usually make it a bit longer or a bit shorter, and I add stuff. And then I name the file with my keywords.
Cool. Cool.
But obviously, if the audio, unless I completely change the audio, it's they can. I'm sure they can tell. They're smart enough to know. Yeah. So that's why maybe when I've got one original content video that does show up quite well, and it's not particularly good because it was in the early days and I didn't know that much. But it's just me and one of my team unboxing one of these machines in her kitchen, and it does quite well. I don't know. It's got how many views? It's got 1,600 views in 2 months, which isn't bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had so many views, but I think a lot of the people looking at this stuff are other people in the company. I guess we have had sales, we have had people get in touch, we haven't done business from this, but I think a lot of these views are other distributors just looking or people that are looking to get in with somebody else. Because it's not really, it's a very small percentage of conversions from these views. The one I put up yesterday's got 43 views. That was it almost yesterday evening. So anyway,
43 to 50 views is like the norm.
Yeah.
If you see something that's over 100, like one of the tips I give is to go into your YouTube dashboard, and then there's a filter, and anything over 100, just go through those and then try to tweak those first.
So go in, so you're saying keep them fresh when you're saying tweak, because I don't go in and while I was actually listening, I went in, I forgot to put some hash word tags in some of these videos, so I was actually putting some in. And I do find that some of my videos rank and then they slowly drop off. So I should go in and keep it fresh and update.
Yeah, you want to keep it fresh based on the trends. That's what I was saying, is that you want to use Google Trends and you want to see how the words are doing.
Okay.
In Google Trends.
Okay.
But you have to be careful to not use any words that are not allowed, right? That will get because you don't want to, the thing is, you can always find another way of looking at it. Most people are not actually looking for, specific things that most people title their videos at. They're actually looking for, how do I do this or how do I do that, right? YouTube is mostly how-to.
How-tos.
How-to stuff. How do I do this? Even one of my top videos is
how to sanitize my house, how to eliminate viruses, how to blah blah.
Yeah, mine was how to eliminate DPC Watchdog, which is like a form of a blue screen of death on Windows, and I finally solved it. How to tie a tie is still one of the top search for words.
How to tie a tie.
How to tie a tie. Right?
I admit I do it myself.
How to solve a Rubik's Cube. I mean, this stuff is really simple.
We dropped some glass down the waste disposal, and and like, how the hell did I looked it up on YouTube? You know, how to get it, how to get the glass.
Yeah.
You know, how to get it out of the waste disposal. That just right. It's I've found millions of things on there. So yeah, if other people are doing it, why shouldn't I?
Exactly. And then have you ever advertised on YouTube? It's really very simple and extremely powerful.
I recently did. I've used. I don't know if you've heard of Play, Plai. There's a guy who used to work for Google. He used to do the trainings, and he worked for Facebook, and he's got this app. And I didn't really know what I was doing. I got like 5,000 views on a video, but I didn't get any action, and I spent a couple $100.
Yeah, that's about normal.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't need any special app or anything. You can just go directly to Google Ads and place an ad. But one of the things you want to think about when you're doing the ads is that you're investing in research, right?
Yeah.
You could spend $500 and get maybe 2 sales from it, and you won't even break even. But the data about what you learned on that journey is so powerful that you can now go back and actually create a campaign that's going to be profitable.
The nice thing about these machines is the margin from wholesale to retail is very good. So it's like $960 per machine. So, you know, 1 or 2 sales, is good, obviously. And when you're getting places that are ordering multiples, it's very handy. But I've looked at YouTube advertising, but I've never really done any. I tried this. I've got 5.7 views. It's 3 months old now, this video. I've got 5.7 thousand views on this video, but I didn't get any sales from it, unfortunately. But I put it on. It was on Google and on Facebook and on YouTube. But
interesting.
Yeah. So because I do have Soci Snap. I believe it was from a Jeff Long. You did a webinar for Jeff Long.
Yes. Yes.
A few months back, and I did buy Soci.
That was a year ago. A year and 3 months.
Yeah. Wow, time flies. That's scary.
Yeah. So do you have a website, and do you have an email address at your website?
I only have the replicated site. They're very strict with compliance regarding. I mean, there are legitimate companies, HVAC companies, and different companies that have the product on them. At the moment, I only have the replicated, company website with the network marketing side. Mm-hmm. And then we do have another I'm working with a company called Pandemic Supply House, but that's all behind. There's nothing actual visible. You've got to log in to get that. So there's nothing up front. That's dealing with organizations and large businesses and stuff like that. So I only have my replicated site, which I don't send out that often because it does have a join now button on there, and that's what I'm saying. We're trying to keep the 2 sides, the network side, away from the business to business side, because a lot of people get turned off by the networking side, even though the product it's a great product. So, and it does do what it says, and it's got NASA technology, it's blah 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 blah.
Cool.
So that's all I really have. I thought about doing a SamCart page or something like that for it, but I don't think it will get through compliance. But you're saying
let me show you a page that I built. I'll tell you what, sign up on this page. Okay. We're gonna have a training next Tuesday on it.
Okay.
It's buildourdreams.com. I'm gonna share my screen here and I'll just show it to you real quick. And I'll give you a coupon for 40% off on search triggers. So take a look at the page. I've got it up here right now. Okay. This is my friend Marshall Silver who's speaking here. I'm not sure I'm not sure I've actually shared this with. Let me stop sharing the screen and start sharing again.
Okay, here, I got it. I got it.
I'm going to share the audio. Okay.
So search triggers, because like I said, I came in late. So basically, I put some keywords in, and it tells me keywords that I should be using and can be using that I wouldn't.
Yeah. You want to watch the replay of this because we went into detail on that.
Okay, fantastic.
But let me show you this video here real quick.
By the way, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's nice to meet a real human as opposed to a bot.
Yeah.
I deal with bots all the time. But yeah, it's a nice website. So basically you watch the 1-minute sales video, then you click get instant VIP access. You put in your name, your email, pick a password, and then you get free instant access. And then from there, it leads to an additional 4-minute video, which tells you more about this platform. Okay.
Okay.
So I just reactivated the coupon code. If you go to searchtriggers.com, make sure it works.
I'm in there. Yeah, I've got the same website up with the guy here. Click the button.
Yeah, you go here to packages and pricing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in that one as well. Packages and pricing. Yeah.
And you click get started right here.
Yep.
And where it goes into the checkout, put in cucumber.
Yeah.
And it'll knock it off. It'll knock it off 40%. So it's a one-time payment of $59.99. The same price as a computer game, I say.
Okay. Just any capital? Does it matter about the capital?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, let me put. I'll sign up right now live. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just. Where's one sec? My wallet's in the.
All right, so I'm going to run a video while we're doing that. Let's see if I can pull in one of our trainings here.
I should move to get better lighting. I'm in very bad lighting. I'm in a very sparsely. I'm in a condo that's for sale. We actually moved to Vegas, so there's nothing here. But I'm just anyway. Okay, hang on. Let me stop waffling on. Okay. I just need that. Okay. Use that one. Continue. Boom. So this video, the video that I missed, that will be up, and I will be able to.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let me show you. Let me play this video while you're finishing that.
Okay.
Watch this for 2 minutes. Oh, can you hear that?
No.
Okay. It was a video I made back in 2020.
Yeah, it's lagging. You'll still go. I'm going. You've got Earth Grid now. I can see it. There's a bit of a lag, I think.
Okay, so I think what happens is I have my screen is being shared with sound. I'm not sure why.
It says invalid code. Maybe I should put a capital C.
No, it's all lowercase. Cucumber.
CUCUMBA.
BER.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing it from the cucumber song. Sorry.
Oh.
There's a very sorry. I've been watching it. So there's a very I'm an idiot. I am. There we go. There's a very funny song with a rasta. It's cucumber. Anyway, I play it for my daughter, and it's engraved into my head.
Yeah, so it's spelled just like it's on this page.
Yeah, and I'm dyslexic. Okay, here we go. 40% off. Okay, there we go. I'm in. Okay, boom. Access purchase, download invoice. Okay, email address with customer ID and password. I don't have any yet. Will it have emailed me some information?
Well, no, what you want to do is create a username and a password, right? That's going to be your username. And then you're going to create a password. And then next Tuesday, we're going to go deeper into search triggers. So come back to the channel and we'll give you an example.
Okay, so hang on a second. Where I've got this EarthGrid page here. It says purchase and that it says access, purchase, or download. Where do I go into to create an account?
It should say access purchase, and then it would automatically link you to go create the account.
Okay, it's okay. So I should X out of the name and password. Register. Hit register. Okay.
Yeah.
Choose a username. Okay, we can do that. Enter your best email. Boom, boom, boom. Create a password. Okay.
All right, I'll let you finish that, and I'm gonna run a replay.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
And there's another field that allows you to give me your mobile number, and so I can give you a call and we can talk about it. Okay?
Okay. You have been upgraded. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Bonus 500 search points. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. Search triggers. Okay. There I am. Ideas. Website. Okay. So okay.
You're in. You're in.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see if this video works here. I'm going to run this video. This is this was an SEO consultation I did about search triggers. So you can watch this while I got to take care of something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. In this video, we're going to go through the step-by-step process of identifying the optimal keywords to target for YouTube as well as your website. So let's begin. First, EarthGrid Search is different from Google in that it combines both Google, Yahoo, AOL, and Bing into a single search result. So we've already established that cognitive behavioral therapy is a popular term. What shows up second here is the word techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to note down the word intervention and disorder, and we're going to look at which of these words have more traffic in several dimensions. In order to do this, we go to Google Trends and we type in cognitive behavioral therapy, and we're going to start adding additional words to the end of it. And then there's cognitive behavioral therapy on YouTube, there's training, and then CBT. We could do YouTube, training, and CBT. Chart, example, founder. So now we have these different ones right here. And as you can see, they're really varying. Let's just go over the last 90 days and see how they look. It's hard to see a comparison because they keep fluctuating so much. Let's try past hour. So people are searching for it. Techniques, 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 and in the past hour, CBT and CBT. Let's go over to the past 5 years. It still seems that CBT has the most traction in terms of Google search, techniques being second. So purely from a content perspective, what people care about are the techniques. If we just go to YouTube search and let's look at the comparison there, We can go over in 90 days, see how it is trending right now. These micro niches, CBT, majority of people who are just typing in are typing in just cognitive behavioral therapy. There's no statistically significant searches under these micro terms. So the only way we can really see how these terms themselves rank independently is by just comparing the term without the cognitive word behavioral therapy. Yeah, so techniques is definitely, what you have to understand is when search finds something like techniques, and CEU, 25 CBT techniques and worksheets for cognitive behavior. This is positivepsychology.com. What search does is it looks for cognitive techniques, behavioral techniques, therapy techniques. I think we definitely want to have that be one of our top words. If we go over to search triggers and let's look at the competitive nature of it, we're going to go into that in the title. We're going to go to YouTube. And basically what it's going to tell us is how many videos actually exist that have this in their title. And the derivatives of that. So cognitive behavioral therapy techniques for anxiety, cognitive behavioral therapy techniques for retraining your brain. A PDF is what people are searching for. They're actually looking. Therapy techniques and strategies, techniques at home, for social anxiety, for child. But anyway, this is very useful information. I'm going to go in here and grab these and put them into our report. But basically, I would go with anxiety, and so they spell it sometimes with an OU and they sometimes spell it without the OU. So I'm just going to go grab that. I think for retraining your brain, you would be the only person on the whole internet, but there's obviously a demand for it because someone typed that in and it's showing up as something that people are searching for. I'm going to go ahead and copy that and put it in the doc. So let's go a little deeper into understanding how search works. In terms of cognitive behavioral therapy, just as a root keyword, near me shows up number 1. The way you rank for this is typically using Google My Business. The reason San Jose and Oakland are showing up is because our internet is in the Bay Area. And these are the most popular locations where people are looking for that. And as you can see, just as we predicted, techniques shows up in the 4th position in terms of traffic. Now the length of this bar is how much traffic there is. While I was away, I did a little bit more research, and this information is going to be in the Keywords tab. We go to Keywords, and then we go to the Since Yesterday. And right here are all of the summary. Over here in the first column is the query. Over here is the keyword-rich title. This is the date that we did the search. The bar on Bing relevance is how relevant within the Bing, Yahoo, AOL search engine that term is. Or in our case, if this is the same as the query term, it just shows up as a long bar because that's the term we started in. The relevance bars are the derivative phrases, like techniques and strategies. The length of the bar, the longer the bar, the better, because that basically says Google is more likely to suggest this to your visitor when they're typing on their phone or they're dictating, or if they're, like on an iPhone and they're speaking into their phone, it's going to put this on screen and suggest it. So we always want to target the things with the longest bar. And the page count has a really significant influence here because it's the number of pages that we have to be better than. So if we're just targeting therapy techniques, which is why I began this session thinking that we wanted to focus on that in YouTube, because it's much less competitive in YouTube. There's quite a bit more pages we have to compete against when it comes to organic search. But just like I was pointing out to you in the slide that I did earlier that I put inside of the deck, retraining your brain, I like this one because it's got a nice balance of a long bar. It has the word retraining, which is kind of unique. If you wrote an article about this, I wouldn't be surprised if we could leverage that article and get it published in something like more of a mainstream media article. One of the most successful campaigns I did with a client was we ranked their article so high in the search engine that I believe it was Entrepreneur Magazine reached out to us and said, we want to publish your article. And once that happened, it was like game over. All of a sudden their website skyrocketed. So what we want to think about is more of the future pacing of seeing yourself writing a really, really de facto article on this topic. Let's see who's number one here. This is an Audible. That's actually the name of an Audible program. So you could just review this program. So I think you've got a little bit of a taste of. It's kind of like the movie The Matrix. You know, how deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
Yeah. Okay.
And what's really awesome is Scott. Scott's a marketer. He's you know those guys that say they make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars a month in sales?
He's one of them.
He's one of them that actually is doing it, not just talking about it, and he's not selling courses in it. He's actually just doing it. And so he reached out to me and he said, hey, Vic, I love search triggers. Can you do a training on it with me? And that's what we did today, was actually replay my training with him, where he was showing me what he uses it for, which is in drop shipping products, and how he's using it to identify what products to even sell. I mean, that's something I never even thought of, because I was always thinking about, okay, I want to rank my videos higher. I want to rank my Doobie Brothers videos higher. I want to rank my Robert Plant videos higher. How do I do that? What keywords do I want to do? I want to rank clients' videos higher than competition. I'm always thinking in terms of content, but he was thinking of it in terms of, oh, okay, these are the hot products that people are buying right now. I could go get those products and sell them in my store. So he actually has a much bigger financial stake in the research that Search Triggers gives him. So we did watch the replay. We've been here for now
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Okay. I got on just before 2, so I missed the first almost hour.
But just bookmark this link, because it's going to be public, and then if I make it unlisted, I'll make sure you have a copy of it.
Okay, let me if I go into YouTube, it actually comes up where it was.
We're still streaming. We're still live actually right now, and we still have people watching us, and we also have people watching us in Facebook. So
is this a tube? Okay, there we go. That's it. Okay.
And we still have people watching us.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna hear echo and echo and echo and echo.
Let me save it. I'll save it to my favorite. There we go.
Yeah, because hopefully someday you could teach this to the company. Now the company itself, what I've been thinking about for a long time is, how can I enroll Google and YouTube to be friendly to people like yourself that are not employees of the company? Because they have some things that are a little bit challenging about independent creators that are looking to make a profit externally from their videos. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
It's actually better if you make a video and put it on the company's channel than it is if you put videos about their products on your channel. Well, you might want to talk about on your channel the things that you are personally passionate about, like cooking, storytelling, photography, music, lifestyle. I've seen a lot of people struggling with trying to promote another person's company with their channel because it doesn't really get out there as much. The closest I've seen to it is in the YouTube community, where people talk about software like we're using StreamYard. And then they have, it's okay to say, okay, if you want a link, my link is below in the video, and that's fine. But you don't want to express, expressly be having your videos be about the product. It's more about what the product will do for you.
The solution that it solves.
Yeah, yeah, and the big no-no solutions are anything to do with lockdowns or health or wellness. It's because there's so much misinformation out there. They don't have the resources to figure out what's true and what's not.
So they just shut it. They shut it or shadow ban it or just suppress it, no matter what, across the board.
And a few of my colleagues are attorneys, and they have problems with this because they, during the political situation that happened around the changing of the guard with the electoral things, they were streaming and they were trying to keep a neutral commentary, but it was perceived as they were slanting on one side of the equation, whether the right or the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to do petitions and try to, one of the best people, and I love his work, is Russell Brand. Russell Brand is able to get hundreds of thousands of views on really, really controversial topics and do so in such a way that he's not taking sides for or against any particular person.
I've watched some of his videos recently.
It's fantastic. I mean, of all the YouTubers, he's like my favorite. I would love to interview him. I love him so much. I loved him in the movie. Not as a bro, right? Yeah. Just to be clear,
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, he was like the rock star. And Katy Perry was like the his wife and the secondary actor in that movie that they made together. And then all of a sudden, woo, the tables tipped. Yeah. But I love his videos, and I'm always looking forward to the next one. And so really looking to say, how could I be more like Russell Brand, right? And I think coming out and having interviews and like this what we're having right now is really the pathway to that.
Okay.
So can you be back here next Tuesday at 4 p.m.?
Probably.
Are you Pacific time or East Coast time? You're in Los Angeles, right?
I'm in LA. Yeah, I'm in LA. So I'm Pacific. 4 o'clock. Yes, I have to pick my daughter up at school at 2:30, 2:45, and I can be back.
Okay.
So 4 p.m.
Because we're going to talk Soci Snap and search triggers.
Okay. And then I've got the video replay to watch, and then there's I see this training, and then there's the website with the bald guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I've got all that stuff to go. There we go. Okay. Interesting.
Are you in the Easy One Up community as well?
Pardon? Easy One Up? No.
Okay, that's another community that we're tapping into.
Okay. Easy.
They would be a good market for you. So your primary business is selling this fogger.
Right now, because it's a great machine and it's great timing, and the profit margin is excellent. The only thing, I mean, yesterday with this announcement that Dr. Burks was joining the company, it was the Active Pure name is everywhere from Newsmax to the Daily Mail to the Guardian. It's on. I heard it on Talk Radio and the news yesterday. That's when I first heard about it. So it's literally everywhere. So there's it's getting out there. So I want to be, when people are hearing about it.
Dr. Deborah Burks.
Yeah, BIRX. So it was announced yesterday afternoon, 1 or 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and then the company announced it. And she's done a little video for the company, and there's a little. The company is actually actively advertising, but they're not.
They only have 400 subscribers.
Who?
I'm their 400th subscriber.
Yeah. Who does? Well, active. Well, they've got they've got a couple of different channels. So they've got a couple of different names. They've got Eris, they've got Beyond Eris, they've got Active Pure, they've got Valara. So
there's the PBS special 4 months ago.
Yeah,
you know what? We ought to talk to the company to see if we could increase their. I don't really see that they don't have a real presence on YouTube, and they kind of need to. So that would be an interesting conversation to have.
Just gonna look at this. This is the wife. Oh, fantastic! Oops. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're only getting views from embedded on their website because their website gets lots of traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a few. There's a few. They've got a bunch of websites as well, and they're like I said, they're actively advertising and doing PR, and press. They've got a PR company. There's news. There's lots of local news reports of companies. A bus company bought 80 machines to put in their coaching, their buses.
Right. And if you want to buy the product, you have to fill out a form. Yeah,
and they're supposed to be giving those leads to the people in the field, because I've had people sign up and I'm not sure where they've come from, and they said it wasn't for my video. So anyway, yeah, I've had people sign up. And
interesting. All right, well, let's talk about that offline when we're not having every word transcribed and AI bots reading it for compliance.
Yeah. No, yes, exactly. I didn't even think about that. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and live things, and it's like people are always saying with the political stuff, they're always having to say, that yes, there is no evidence of this anywhere in real life, but the courts, blah blah blah, just to disclaim. But there's this and this, but they have to do a disclaimer beforehand so they don't get shut down. And they know that they're going to probably get shut down at some point. It's just a matter of when, unfortunately. So yeah,
well, the thing is, it's why I recommend that people just. Have you gone through my basic training in tube relevance?
No, I would, when I got the Social Snap, I did go through some of the initial trainings, and then I didn't go through everything.
Yeah, because there's 16 videos in SociSnap. There's, I think, 8 or 10 of them on YouTube. But the best ones, of course, are the last few.
I did go through some, but it was a while ago.
Yeah. But that gives you kind of a foundation on getting your first 1 million views. And that would be something, if you watch those videos and you kind of can vibe with it, you could have a conversation with that company and see if we could help them with their website, because their website looks great and their YouTube channel is really, really kind of, they have one video, and the only reason it has views is because they've embedded it on their website.
Yeah.
And they're missing out on a huge opportunity, especially now that they're in the news media, to really leverage that in a big way. And it's a don't know kind of thing. So let's see if we can help them.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So that's our show for tonight. I'm going to go back and play another video just to keep the stream running. This right here is a stream called The Best Alternative Search Engine. I believe this is my presentation with Bob Heyman, the father of SEO, the last time we did an event together. So let's run this one.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right. See you, Jeremy. Welcome, everyone. Victor here with EarthGrid, and we are the indie and alternative search engine. We're going to be revealing some things today that we've never revealed before. Joining me tonight is Mr. Bob Heyman, who is credited with coining the term search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. He also established the very first agency practice, and he's been diligently helping me and mentoring me in developing search triggers, our software, and EarthGrid, our next generation indie search engine. I wanted to ask you, Bob, if you could share a little bit about your story, about how you discovered search engines with you say the story all the time with Jefferson Starship, but really maybe even go back even earlier. When did you what was your first search engine? For me, it was Yahoo, and I actually was trying to rank in Yahoo. So I'll pass it over to you while I send out a few more invitations.
Sure, sure. Well, I never considered Yahoo a search engine. I think it was actually a handcrafted directory. My memory of search engines, actually the first search engine, now very much forgotten, was created by people who had the next office over from mine in Sausalito, and it was called McKinley Magellan. And it was created by Robert Maxwell's two daughters, not the famous Ghislaine, who was involved with the scandalous sex scandal, but his two other daughters and one of their husbands. And I believe that was actually the first search engine, but it was contemporaneous with Lycos and Alta Vista. So the search engines that figure in my story are actually Lycos and Alta Vista. But to recount the story that I have dined out on for years now, I got into I was a music lawyer for what I now call the formerly famous, which were Jefferson Starship, New Riders of the Purple Sage, and Maria Muldaur. And in '94, the Starship wanted a website, and they were a futuristic sci-fi oriented band, and they wanted to be cutting edge and live up to their Starship name. And they asked me, as their lawyer, could I find them somebody to build their website? And I was a member of a Marin organization called the North Bay Multimedia Association, which had been created around creating CD-ROMs. But one of the members, a young guy, was able to build websites, and I recruited him to build a site for Starship. At the same time, I met a great sales guy who also had a potential client that we wanted this same kid to build a website for, which was a magazine called Income Opportunities Magazine, which wanted to be the first magazine on the web. So we joined forces and formed a company called Cybernautics, and we got Income Opportunities Magazine online, and we got Jefferson Starship online using the URL of jstarship.com. And it was a cool website with lots of sci-fi imagery and star fields. And they were pleased with it. And one night while they were on the road, they wanted to show it after the gig to a promoter in Cleveland. And God bless them, none of them could remember their own URL. Now, you wouldn't think jstarship.com would be that hard to remember, especially if you were the JStarship. But they looked it up in Lycos, and they were on the bottom of page 2. And they looked it up in Alta Vista, and they were on the bottom of page 2. And they were, as their road manager, who called me in the middle of the night, described it, they were ripshit because they were the Jefferson Starship, and anyone looking for Jefferson Starship was looking for them. So what kind of lousy job had we done building their website that they weren't number one? The only way I could get them to stop ranting on the phone as they were behind the road manager saying, "Rip Bob a new one," was to promise to make them number one. So going into the office the next day, I asked, by then we had a team of coders, to try to figure out by reverse engineering everybody who had ranked more highly than the Starship had, what it was that made them rank higher. And it turned out that what the criteria was something that's been a no-no almost ever since, called keyword stuffing. In other words, these other sites had used the word Jefferson Starship on the homepage more often than we had. They were mostly fan sites, and they had continually said Jefferson Starship did this and did that, and used it many more times than we had. But we discovered that if we put Jefferson Starship in tiny black type and ran it 2 miles down the page against a black star field, no human could see it, but a search engine could see it. And the next time they were indexed, which was within the week, they were #1 in both search engines. So we let them know, and they checked it out, and they called back, or they and their road manager called back, and they were as happy as they had been pissed off. And the road manager asked what seems in retrospect an obvious question that we weren't prepared for, which is, this wonderful thing you did for us that made us #1, what do you call it? And my partners and I looked at each other, and failing to have a better answer, I blurted out, well, we call it search engine optimization. And they said, well, you should do it for other people. And so we did, and we started the first agency practice of search engine optimization and search marketing. And the clients quickly were Intel, SGI, Avon, Bristol Myers, US West, AOL, Time Warner, Sotheby's, REI. So that is something I've written about in 7 books about digital marketing, and am in Wikipedia for.
Yeah, I love your story. I never get tired of hearing it. It's a lot of people don't know it, but that's really the term search engine optimization. That 3-letter acronym of SEO just caught on like crazy. And it's always
acronyms
funny.
Acronyms are good that way, and people would ask afterwards, well, that's a great name, why didn't you trademark it? And my answer is basically, then nobody would have used it.
Exactly. Well, in the interest of time, I'm going to proceed, and then we'll take some questions. If you have questions for Bob, you've always wanted to ask about, how do I rank in Google? How do I rank in YouTube? Just so you know, I'm the technical guy, and I work with Bob in an agency called Digital Engagement Group. And if you ever want to reach Bob, just go to digitalengagementgroup.com. And we have a new website coming also next week. I'm really excited to show it to you, Bob. So let's talk about the big lies. The first big lie is page count. And it's inflated based on related words and the reduction to the final niche test. The intent, really, you're going to see this, is to make you feel insignificant, so you must buy ads to compete. And, everybody wants to feel like, oh gosh, I'm on page 1, and you don't have the time to do it yourself. So I'm going to play a little video in the background I recorded today. This is our search engine, EarthGrid, and we basically don't do any of the 3 big lies. So we actually kind of are opposed to the 3 big lies, and I'm going to show you what those are. If I go to EarthGrid and I type in affiliate marketing, it brings up a drop-down menu of all the potential ones there. So if I go to affiliate marketing for beginners and I add 2020 to it, and then I hit the search box, we're going to get results. Now, I used to be part of a network called Click Promise, and we added downvoting. So if a website doesn't exist anymore, you can downvote it. It will remove it, and then one of our team will audit that website. Let's go to Google. Google has, accordingly to them, 624 million results with affiliate marketing for beginners. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you go to, page 10, then you go to page 14, and you keep going to the end. We call this reduction to the ridiculous. Go to page 18, and you scroll back up to the top of the page, you'll see there's actually only 177 competing pages with affiliate marketing for beginners. And now look at what their justification is. Okay. In order to show you the most relevant results, we've omitted some entries very similar to the 180 already displayed. If you like, you can repeat the result with with the omitted results included. So it's not really a technical lie, but it's definitely an inflation of the truth. And I'm leaving this slide on the screen for a couple of reasons, because I want everyone to go do this with any term that you go to EarthGrid and you go all the way to the end. In other words, you type in the search box, you click the space bar, you pick something from the menu, click the space bar again, click the space bar again. This is what's called the long tail. Now, when you do that all the way to the end, you're going to get these 8 search terms from Google. And these are the trending topics. There is no engine that gives you these trending topics. So what I do as an SEO professional is I copy and paste these trending topics into my notepad, and then I use search triggers to rank them. Really quick, Bob, what do you think about this? That you know, the page count is the first big lie.
No, I agree. There's a lot of other factors that matter more than page count. I mean, age of your domain, inbound links, things of that sort are way more important than page count.
Yeah, but that's the first thing that people see, and that's one of the big drivers of the ad revenue, of the ad machine.
Understood. Well, I mean, Google is all about revenue for Google. It's not, you know, that's its operative. Well, both Facebook and Google are all about money for Facebook and Google.
Yes. Well, thank you. I can't say that, but you're a lawyer, and so you can.
I can
Anyway,
say
I
that
love Google, but
without fear of being sued. That you cannot be sued for the truth.
Okay, thank you. All right, the second big lie is ranking in the top 10. Okay? Because there is no top 10. It changes dynamically based on the user profile, the geography, your IP address, interests, and behavior. And I'm going to show you, I have a little tool, and reach out to me if you want this tool. I love this tool. It allows me to switch my internet to any country in the world with simply right-clicking on my desktop. And I can go to Sweden, I can go to, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to start off with San Francisco, where I reside in California. And then I'm going to switch to Canada. And then I'm going to switch to London, United Kingdom. And you're going to see that the top 10 changes based on your geography.
So I want that tool. I want the tool, Victor.
It works on Mac. It even works on your phone.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll share it with you at the end. So here we are. We're looking at affiliate marketing for beginners again. And you see Hustle Life, okay? .net starts off with a really kind of a cool, they're a blog, right? The complete marketing for beginners. Larry Ludwig shows up as, you know, another guy. So I'm now opening up a new private window. And I'm going to go to Google in Canada. And I'm going to type in the same search term, affiliate marketing for beginners, in 2020. And you see, I get, again, Hustle Life, but instead of Larry, he's gone. It's Marketing Guru, right? The Marketing Guru blog. But look at the YouTube videos. The top 3 in YouTube are consistent. That's why I'm such a huge fan of YouTube. Because it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you're going to see YouTube videos almost the same ranking. So they're actually learning something from EarthGrid. So I'm going to now go to EarthGrid. And when you search in EarthGrid, affiliate marketing for beginners in 2020, okay, I'm now going to switch my internet to Canada, and it's the exact same results, okay? We have consistent results anywhere in the world because our search engine doesn't care. It really allows you. It's based on natural language. It's an indie search engine. So now we're going to switch over to the United Kingdom. And every time you open a search for Google, you must open up a private window because it remembers the last thing you did. Well, the first thing we're going to see is a GDPR cookie message. So I'm going to agree to have Google track me on my cookies. And I'm going to search for the exact same phrase. Notice that there's still Black Friday savings in the UK, even though there's really no reason for it whatsoever in the UK. I type in affiliate marketing for beginners. and you see ad, ad, ad. Notice there were very few ads in the US because they know that UK people are, there's the same guy, marketing guru. There's the same 3 videos, but look, all of the other results in the top 10 are completely different than they were in the US. Larry Ludwig is in the 10th position. But the thing is, YouTube is the top 3. That's why we've redesigned search triggers completely for YouTube, because it's the easiest thing in the world to rank in YouTube. What do you think about that, Bob?
I think that's awesome.
Thank you. So let's talk about power and authority, which is the topic for tonight. And this is the third big lie. I don't know if we can call it a lie, but this is really where people are giving away their power and they're giving away their authority. And some of this is going to shock you, okay? I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. Email address as a means of identification. Thankfully, we now finally have mobile authentication with 2-factor. I've been part of several identity groups, identity conferences. I've had a high-level executive at Microsoft take us all out. I was part of an, out to lunch. Years ago, we were working on the identity commons to basically come up for a common format for SAML and OpenID. A lot of us were part of the think tank in the early days, coming up with identification, because username and password is a terrible means for identification. And Google has really done a huge, huge leap forward. Now, Google is a gigantic company. There are many, 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 many different divisions of it. There are multiple companies competing inside of the same company, and that's good. The 3 points here are email address as a means of identification, and it's mandatory to use a free advertising supported email address as your primary route. So if you get an Android phone, you're going to get a Gmail account. If you get an Apple phone, you're going to get a Mac account or a one of the Apple IDs, and these are free email accounts that you use. In the early days, emails were associated with your website. That's how it used to be. So like victor@searchtriggers.com, it's very useful because you can see that the owner, Victor, and he's at the website Search Triggers. So you can actually check out someone and say, hey, I checked out your website. I think it's really cool. And you can associate with the person at that website. That's how it used to be, and I'm trying to bring it back. And the only way I can do that is with greed, or otherwise known as coupons and discounts. This is the stats from a very recent email campaign that I did. And the majority of our email addresses, the major majority, I think it's around 80%, 90% of our subscribers are in gmail.com. Well, there is a rules engine inside of Gmail. And you must actually open at least one letter within 30 days. Otherwise, that person becomes unreachable. So list building, which is what all the marketers are talking about, it has a 30-day shelf life. Just to prove it to you, the bottom list that's highlighted in yellow are all of my subscribers that have opened at least one email in the last 30 days. And then the top one, which has a 1% open rate, are all the subscribers who have not opened an email in the last 30 days. But take a look at the click rate, which is the second column. People want to be getting my emails. That's why there's a very high click rate, but they're just not getting them, or they're ignoring them. And the other thing is, Gmail users don't even feel like they need to open their emails anymore, because they can glean everything they want right from the title and what's called the pre-header. So if you put your website in the title and in the pre-header, you'll have this phantom effect where you'll get sales and visitors to your website without ever someone even opening your email or clicking on the links, because people just don't want to be tracked. And this is a huge insight. We've started doing this now, where we're just putting in domains in our pre-headers, and we're getting lots of business just from that, which makes it, again, a great reason for you to have a website and to have an email associated with your website. What do you think about that slide, Bob?
I like what you're doing, Victor.
Thank you, Bob. Someone posted this inside of one of the big groups I belong to. This group has more than 120,000 marketers in it. And they asked this question: if you're in sales, what do you prefer to sell to? B2B or B2C, and why? And the top comment was, I don't care as long as they buy big ticket. A lot of people don't know what the difference is between B or C in loan. Let me show you this, okay? This is from my email software that I use to send out my invitations to all my emails. Take a look at the pie chart. I'll bring up my laser pointer here. Google dominates this blue region right here. AOL is this little tiny region right here. Yahoo, including all of the carriers such as SBC Global, all of your, I think even Comcast is using Yahoo Mail. And then this is all other, which includes business class. Okay. Let's go deeper into business class. My other category accounts for 13% of my mail, but yet those people on my list are the most valuable people that I have on my list. So I'm now starting a new movement. I'm calling it the business class member list. And what I love about this is these are people I've connected to for years, like my friend Burke, who you've been on webinars with several times with, Bob.
Yeah, sure.
He has more than 1 million customers, and he's struggling with able to reach his customers because his customers are being caught up in not using their business emails. They're using their free emails, and he can't even reach them anymore. He's one of my clients. I try to help him with his email delivery. But here's the thing is I like to connect with people for years. I don't want just 30 days and they're gone. I want to connect with people who own and operate websites, not just people who have, funnels that exist in someone else's platform. And I want to connect with people who pay attention, not ignore my emails. Now, I can't mandatorily require people to change. However, I can create rewards. And the simplest reward is double discounts. So I came up with this idea, 80% off for business class, 40% off on my Black Friday sales for non-business class. And I'll even sell you a domain name if you want and hook it up for you. I'm a domain registrar, and I have a 24-hour staff that's going to help you hook up your domain name to your website. So let me hear from you in the chat, or if you're watching us on YouTube, who prefers 80% off, right? Well, stick around, and we're going to tell you how you can do that. I want to talk to you a little bit about the human condition and human nature. I saw some of these shocking numbers, Bob. People, basically, they believe things. Then they assert their belief in things that are not true. We've already established a lot of things in search that are not true. And here's the problem. Not true sells better than truth. There was a recent study did that there's 7 times the ad revenue on fake news than there is on real news.
Wow.
Which makes it extremely difficult for you to believe anyone or anything. Is that kind of shocking or what?
Yes. Victor, let me add something that is discouraging about human nature that I discovered the other day.
Yeah.
You know, the McDonald's has had great success for years with the Quarter Pounder.
Yeah.
And at one point, Burger King introduced, you know, the 1/3 pounder, uh, and they priced it lower, so you were getting more meat for less money.
Yeah.
And it was a commercial failure because most people thought that anything with a 4 in it was bigger than something with a 3 in it.
No.
Yeah, true.
Wow. Well, I'm thinking of starting a live YouTube show on Fridays called The Plain Truth. And basically, we're going to bring in experts, CPAs, and just, you know, lawyers and agencies. We're just going to talk about what happened in the week and what's real and what's not. I think it's going to be a real popular show.
I like it.
So let's go back to search. And here's the truth. No one knows the Google algorithm except Google. Okay?
Yep.
They change it all the time. The AI model is not based on keywords or phrases. It's now based on meaning. Page results are based on relevance, and relevance is based on you. And remember what I said before, ranking in the top 10 is an illusion. So what is the only thing that matters that you can measure that really makes sense? Please put your comments in the chat if you want to take a guess at it, but in the interest of Bob's schedule, I'm going to continue. Traffic and user experience. And traffic is the quality of traffic, the consistency of traffic, and repeat traffic. The next element is trends, which relates to the user experience. And this is the most important thing. Once they land on your website, how many other pages do they visit in your own website? How many videos do they watch? How deep do they go into you? And then what's called the long click. The long click means, did they maybe leave your website, go to one of the Google properties, and then come back to your website? And the shorter you can make that interval from the time they leave your website, go to Google or any of its properties, and then come back to your website, the higher your website's going to rank. And that's really the way to rank websites in 2021. Bob, can you confirm that this is just the truth? It's just the way it is. Google wants to make it human. They have the largest AI network, you know, Ray Kurzweil's in charge of AI at Google.
Yeah, no, totally true.
So we're going to go through the 3 secrets of search traffic secrets. Secret number 1 is traffic. That's the number 1 measurement. If you don't have traffic going to your website, no one cares. So focus on traffic, both paid and SEO. Paid will give you the edge you need to rank your website. SEO will organically kick in as you build presence. On Monday, we're going to be talking about presence. Presence is my topic for Monday's call. And basically, presence is building authority with a website you own and having an email address at your website. And guess what? Even though you need a Gmail address to list your business in Google My Business, they actually want you to put an email address at your website in your business listing in Google My Business, okay? Because they know that businesses are there. And you know what? G Suite is great. You can buy an email address at your website by purchasing G Suite. G Suite has gone on to tap into the email address business. And you know, in addition to your free Gmail account, you can now, and I'm also an affiliate and a partner with Google selling G Suite. I love G Suite. I think it's great. I want everybody to just have an email address at their website because the rules of whether your email hits the spam or whether it goes to the inbox is largely based on the email address and your reputation with that address. And think of it this way. When you send an email, and I did this deliberately, I did the cardinal sin, which is I sent to all of my subscribers 13, 14, 15,000 emails went out at 6 o'clock in this morning. And I knew that the delivery would be absolutely terrible on Black Friday. I wanted it to be bad to prove a point. Because every single time Google sees, oh, there goes Victor again. He's sending out a big bulk email. They delivered my first 200, 300 emails to my best subscribers. And I staged it. So at 6 in the morning, I sent out like maybe 100, 200 emails. Then I sent out another 500 emails. Then I sent out 2,000 emails. And I sent out 20,000 emails. And if you stage it and you stack it, what ends up happening is you're teaching the Google algorithm to start trusting your email as people are opening it. So what you need to do is send to the people who are most responsive in your business. Okay?
And first.
So let's talk about YouTube. We're going to be talking a lot about it in the coming weeks leading up to the new year. I'm recording my new training, Tube Relevance. I've just finished 16 videos on Tube Relevance. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a nugget. The most useful thing about YouTube is info cards. And you must have a website with at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But once you have that, you can now associate your website with your YouTube channel, and you can send people to your website directly from inside of YouTube, but only on that one domain, which is awesome. It's a totally game changer. And we've seen so much business since we started using info cards. It's crazy. You can do things like my business partner, Peter, he did a webinar. We did a 7-hour broadcast. And every time he said my product, SociSnap, I put an info card that linked to the product. So every time he said that word, I linked it to the product. Every time he said the word, I linked it to the product. Within a day or two, we started getting sales. It was amazing. So let's talk about these set standards. The key is to set them before the free email devolution. It's not an evolution, but the free email is a devolution. And thankfully, these standards are coming back. You want to build your power and authority. And what this does is, as a vendor, as a product creator, I have a distributed risk. Because think of it this way. If I send to 10,000 Gmail addresses, Google perceives that as one company. That's how their algorithm works with email. Okay? But if I'm sending to thousands of different websites, I only have the authority if I, send it to like 20 people in the same company. That's my risk. And I wouldn't do that. That's why I'm building a list of vendors with websites, and I'm going to reward you highly if you join my movement. Secret number 2 is to ask better questions. Paid search uses keywords. I'm going to skip some of these slides and get to ROI, and we can come back to them in a moment. This is, Bob wrote a book. I have it actually, it's like, I always refer back to it. It's called Marketing by the Numbers, How to Measure and Improve the ROI of Any Campaign. To me, this is my Bible. Everything you say in here confirms that economics is really what's about. Bottom line, my friends, is if you're a business, if you invest $10,000 in Google, see if you can make $12,000 back. Okay, that's the real business model. All this other stuff isn't really scalable. If you can make even better than that, 20% ROI is great. You can scale that to 100,000. And a lot of my friends that are doing like, $10,000 in sales a day, they're perfectly happy with a 20% profit margin, right? No problem. They'll do it all day long. $2,000 a day in profit ain't bad. So there are only two things you need to succeed in the digital world in 2021. Take a guess what they are. And they start with T: tools and training. So I want to talk to you about the Black Friday sale, which are going on right now. Take a look at these numbers. Black Friday sale, okay, versus Thanksgiving in terms of popularity. Remember I said Google Trends. Right over here is Thanksgiving. It's completely gone, obviously, in the last day. And look, Black Friday is here. But look, Cyber Week, Cyber Monday, it's all down here in the bottom. Those search terms.
I can't hear you. No, still nothing. Great picture, but aha, there you go.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Jeremy. So did you learn a few things there?
Yes, I did. Interesting stuff. I'd like to take in. I need to go over stuff again. I was multitasking as well. I've been tweaking my videos and implementing some of the things that I've learned from you.
Oh, well, just imagine this is like 0.001% of what we've already recorded. And this last training was aired in Black Friday last year. So I just wanted to bring it up because it's relevant today. Because you can see that, it's some of these things are evergreen and they're timeless. They never will change. And one of the things that we're also building right now, remember the first thing I asked you when we talked about search triggers was, do you have a business with a website at that email address? Now you understand why we're doing that. We have tens of thousands of websites that have webmasters who have email addresses that we're building relationships with, not because we want to sell them products. We want them to use our products to sell more of their products. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's how we change the world. The world is improved by the power of the many with the inspiration of the few. And so going back to our channel of, let me bring you here on camera. Going back to our channel, my vision for my YouTube channel is really about the butterfly effect. It's about tiny, small changes that have a huge impact. This tiny little change, one word is sometimes all it takes. Yeah. 2 words, even changing the order of the words. Okay. And then with SociSnap, which you have, you can literally remove a word from a page by converting that text into emojis.
So a word, that would be a word that I want to be in there, but it's not good to be in there in the bots for the bots to see.
Well, it's not so much the bots, it's also keyword density. When you look at like the words exciting, or even like the title of this training tonight, which was I think I had some hype words in there to get people excited about it. I could check my email, but let me see what it said. Yeah, I didn't have to use any hype words, but I have used hype words before. Let me see what I can do. But what basically words like exciting or exclusive or things like that that really don't have any search volume, people don't type that in, right? Yeah. People don't go in, exciting ways to tie your tie, right? Exhilarating ways of tying your tie. No, they just want to know how to tie your tie. And then once they click through, that's where you have the word exciting or the best or the most powerful, right? When you put those words in your titles, that's sacrificing the same amount of words of things that you actually want to be found in search results. See, it's just as important what words you don't have as the words you do have. And we've tested this. Even my Doobie Brothers video. That one video has 2.5 million views, and it kept having views. And we found that the word benefit and concert, we thought, okay, why don't we try doing the same thing? So what I did is I made the word benefit and concert bold and italic so that it's effectively removed from the video. And then I put it in normal font on one of our other videos. And so when people search for benefit concert, now that video went up to 500,000 views, right? By taking it out of the one that's already too popular, I put it on another one. And then you just rinse and repeat.
So you're doing a bit of this. Yeah. This one's up to you. Yeah, I was implementing. I did a search, and then I used the 8. I was looking at the 8 suggestions at the bottom. Everybody seems to be looking for stock in Active Pure. Seven of the 8 were stock related, and one of them was air scrubber. So I'm sticking in Active Pure air scrubber into the text and stuff into some of my videos, so that they might get some relevance. Interesting.
You know, one of the best uses of search triggers is to craft press releases in the mainstream media with those terms. That's really Bob's specialty, because we have an agency called the Digital Engagement Group that uses search triggers to figure out what to title the press release. And what's nice about that is if you can get something in Entrepreneur Magazine or Inc. Magazine that has that keyword, it's life-changing for your business.
A home run.
Yeah. So I've often said the future of the online world is going to be in the offline world and vice versa. And that's what we're seeing right now. People are so digitally saturated with information that they're going back and, like in the music industry, people are buying vinyl, right? I buy vinyl. I have a record player. I prefer vinyl. I love how it sounds. I love the nice big pictures.
Yeah.
I cherish my new Pink Floyd album on vinyl, right?
One of the first albums I ever bought was Metal. I was 11, 1971.
Yeah, I have Metal and I have Dark Side of the Moon, but then I have their new one. A lot of people don't even know about the new album. They say, what? They have a new album? Yeah, it's actually since the Division Bell. They came out with one album. Every song is instrumental except one song has vocals. And when you listen to that on vinyl, it's just a whole different thing. They went over the top with this because you can actually, it has like a shimmer effect. When you look at the record, you can actually see all the shimmers that are there.
On the vinyl or on the sleeve?
On the vinyl, on the vinyl itself, and then each of the sleeves has amazing artwork. I almost feel like I should go get the let me go get the record. Let me go because one of my dreams. A lot of people say, Vic, what's your dream? I would love to work with rock bands like Pink Floyd, like Robert Plant, like the Doobie Brothers, and with these strategies that I shared with you today, just to give them 20, 30% more, and then do it again, and then do it again, and do it again, because they deserve it, right? They deserve it. They make the music that we in our generation want to hear.
they're given to you, so you want to give back, and you want to help
Yeah, I
them,
want to give back.
and you want more people to hear, more people
Exactly.
today to hear it. Yeah, the newer generations. Yeah,
The new generation has no idea, right? They think, okay, the Wall. Okay, yes, we all love the Wall, but there's more to Pink Floyd than the Wall. That was my first exposure to Pink Floyd, was when the Wall came out.
It was? Really?
Probably, yeah.
Well, that was like 82. Hungry. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get. I have to depart shortly. My daughter needs attention. I've been very hungry.
All right, Jeremy, make sure you sign into your Search Triggers profile and make sure your number is there. Okay.
Okay. Hang on.
I'll reach out to you and we'll have a conversation. Let me make sure you know how to use the tool.
Vic,
all right.
Excellent behavior. That's a Jeremyism. You can use it. Just mention me.
All right.
Okay, hang on a second. Search triggers. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Settings, my points. Where? Okay, I'll find it, I'm sure.
It's in the profile, and when you registered, it was there. Just sign in, go to profile. I'll show you where it is. Let me show you real quick.
Okay, I'm in search triggers here. Keyword, my point, settings. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Okay, I'll share my screen. I'll just show you.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Download. Contact us. Log in.
Are you seeing my screen right here?
Yes. Okay.
You go to settings and then profile.
Okay, that's easy enough. Fantastic.
You can also go to settings and then preferences.
My number
and
is
settings and search domains. In search domains, you can customize. So like we have Amazon, like one of our clients is Best-Selling Authors International. So we wanted to create our own, right? So there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there's Spotify, PR Web. But let's suppose you have, you want to add another website to the search, you can do that. So Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, you can add a website, it will be displayed, and then you can add as many domains as you want to the system.
Okay, so okay, well I've added my info.
Yeah, the first thing you want to do though is go to all the web, go to YouTube, and type in what your channel is about, and see what comes back, and see who are the top contenders with your titles. Because Jeremy, one of the reasons we started talking was I was trying to find your channel, and someone else actually had your name.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. There's a Jeremy Green who's a photographer who gets a lot of hits, and then there's the guy who's a musician who's got a lot of content, and
a lot is a relative term. He only has 400 subscribers. As soon as you had 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, you would be above him. So
I've got just over 1,000, but they're from a long time ago, and I used some funky software that I don't know if I don't. So,
stay away from the funky stuff.
Yeah,
all right.
YouTube Mogul, I think it was called, something dodgy. Many years ago.
Well,
Thank you.
If you guys want to come to the next broadcast, please comment. Like a lot of people who are coming here will watch the replay. We sent out at least 1,000 emails inviting people to the broadcast today. And so, it's email. People will be watching the replays. So if you're watching the replay and you'd like a channel review, please copy and paste your YouTube channel in the chat or in the comments of this video. And then we will pick up at our next broadcast where this broadcast left off. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Good night.
Thank you very much. I've just got the search triggers up here with the criteria, and there's a bunch of interesting information. Thank you very much.
There's so much more there's so much more that it's such a rabbit hole. I'm so glad to be doing search triggers videos again. All right. So let's close it out. Watch this.
Thanks again.